There is a reference on the back side of your sheet, so that's helpful for like, okay, what are my if I reach 0, it'll tell you like if you're unconscious or dying, that sort of stuff. But yeah, most of the time you'll be looking at your skills, because some skills you have a higher base chance based on, well, if your walk through life has given you training in that in any way, but otherwise you'll use the base number, which is in the little parentheses next to the number. So,
is this a 7th edition sheet?
It is.
Okay.
There's a few small differences, but I reconciled them for the session. So
okay.
Yeah. But everything on here, sanity is important. These characters all have pretty impressive stat arrays, so that should hopefully assist you guys a little bit. But we'll see.
But I have a 4 intelligence.
You have a low intelligence, yes.
That's not impressive.
No.
What's your lowest attribute?
His intelligence.
4?
Yeah.
4.
Mine's 10. lowest is a 10.
I know, I'm fucked.
What's your best?
I have a 15 dex, 15 appearance.
At least you're hot.
Yeah, I'm a hot lighthouse keeper. That's semi-retarded.
Yeah. That might have been a typo in the book, but I decided to stick with the 4 anyway. I mean, you don't have to role play with that in mind.
Sloopy.
Okay.
As a lighthouse keeper.
So we're ready to begin.
In Scotland.
Yeah. Are you streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is September 19th, 1927. The lighthouse tender, the Helios, is streaming its way to the fortnightly relief of the Hallas Way light. You received word from several merchant vessels that the beacon has been dark for several consecutive nights. Lacking communication with the outside world, the lighthouse keepers could be ill, out of paraffin oil, or simply derelict in their duties. The lamp itself might be malfunctioning. But regardless of the cause, the absence of the light is a recipe for disaster in the treacherous waters of the North Atlantic. That no ships thus far have floundered or run aground is nothing short of a miracle. So, Mang is actually going to be joining the lighthouse crew here at Hallas Way. And you guys are seamen aboard this vessel that makes regular trips in this part of northern Scotland. So, you're going to be going ashore to assist him with getting the light back and just seeing what exactly is going on this island. So that is all of your reason for being here.
Just because we saw the lighthouse was out?
You've heard that it's out. It's about 1 in the afternoon right now as you're pulling up to the island, so it would be difficult to spot from here as far as if it's still out, but there's no indication as you were approaching the island that the light had been repaired. So
like we were dispatched from somewhere to come here?
Right. So you're at like the very northern tip of Scotland, so there's a bunch of small little islands up here. But this lighthouse in particular is very important for like all these vessels in the area. The fact that it's out poses a great danger to all shipping in the area until it's fixed. Okay, so you guys reach the east landing stage. There's basically 2 different landings on the island depending on the tides, and normally there'd be, you guys know, a flagpole from the lighthouse on one side or the other to denote which landing is safer, but neither pole is extended right now either. So the captain brought you in, and as second mate, you were right there in the bridge. You have a safe landing, and the lighthouse is faintly visible on the north edge of the island, but you'll have a little bit of a hike to make it up there. Okay. So there is a bit of a trail from the landing stage here, and being fall in northern Scotland, you know you've probably got about 3 hours before sunset. It's going to set likely around 4 o'clock.
It's early.
Mm-hmm. No one is here to greet you at the landing, and the Helios actually is going to leave as it has other runs to make, but upon safe conditions, it will return to bring the 2 of you and one of the lighthouse keepers who will be relieved.
So it's planning on dropping us off for like...
Yep. So you guys just take care of things, and then it'll be back either tomorrow morning or whenever the conditions are acceptable. Especially once the lighthouse is back. It's not going to be able to come back safely in dark conditions with the lighthouse out of operation.
There's a storm a brewing.
You guys are all Scottish.
I feel it in bones.
I can't do a Scott's action, so I'm not going to.
Don't worry about it.
We better hurry up.
Head up to the lighthouse then?
I have a parcel.
You do.
Who are you?
This is the new lighthouse.
He is the new assistant
Oh,
lighthouse
the new
keeper.
Yeah. When we explained it, I thought he was the guy in that lighthouse.
No.
You
You
waiting with like
We
a
brought him
sickle
You're the
behind the
replacement.
door. Okay.
Are you? Are you supposed to be the replacement?
Mm-hmm. One of them.
We're bringing you down there to
There's
replace.
3 of them. There's a threesome.
Yeah, the way it works, there's a 4-person crew for this lighthouse. At all times, there's 3 on duty and 1's ashore. And you'd have 4 weeks of duty, 2 weeks ashore. So they have a rotation. And so he will be beginning his shift, relieving a gentleman who's actually retiring from the lighthouse business.
What's his name?
Let's see. Okay, Peter Scott is who you are replacing.
Scott!
He's 24 years old, married with 2 children. He resides in... This is all common knowledge. It's
Yeah.
split. So
That's terrible.
he resides in Kirkwall. He's a wood carver who whittles from driftwood.
He was a woodcarver.
And he makes toys for his children with that.
He used to make toys.
He wants to emigrate to Canada with his young family.
I bet he did.
Alright, and then I'll give you the information on the 2 other keepers while I'm at it. The principal lighthouse keeper is a 40-year-old man named Donald Graham. He's married with 4 children. He resides in Stromness, Scotland. He was formerly the captain of a herring trawler, and he is a melodeon player and possesses a rich baritone voice.
Melodeon.
And the last of the lighthouse keepers that you know of at Halsway is Neil Fordyce. Dr. Fordyce, 57 years of age, widowed with no children, an amateur poet and a retired professor of Scottish literature, Burns Scholar at the University of Edinburgh.
Wow.
Yep, so something to do in his retirement, I guess you
Yeah.
would say.
Die.
We don't know that.
They're all dead.
Okay.
They're all zombies. We're gonna have to kill them again.
As the boat makes its way from the landing, you see that the seas are indeed getting heavy, as you felt in your bones, and it's kind of getting tossed and thrown about in the waves, but it seems to be making good headway away from the island.
Well, we're never seeing that boat again.
Right.
Okay, so Halsway Island
Pack and gum.
is a rather isolated spot. You don't plan to encounter anyone else on the island except for the keepers themselves. There's no other permanent habitation here.
Now this is our new home.
Yep.
I think we're gonna need to establish camp.
Because
At the lighthouse.
the lighthouse has beds and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see how many.
At least 3.
Alright.
Because 3 people lived there at a time.
Yeah. They used to live there.
So you're gonna follow the trail up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You guys have very grim outlooks on life. I just want to point that out.
We played Call of Cthulhu before.
Okay. From the landing, you make your way across the island, heading up the trail. The lighthouse is situated on higher ground in relation to you, so it's a bit of an incline as you follow the path. There's a interesting rock structure jutting out from the cliffs to your right as you're taking the trail. It's just kind of like a solitary spike of rock that you can discern. Off to your left, there seems to be some old ruins, perhaps of a old monastery from the Middle Ages or something that was once on the island. Just some crumbled low wall structures, nothing too impressive left. And yep, straight ahead with a few little bends as the path kind of follows the curve of the island. You can see the lighthouse up ahead. And yep, if you heading straight there. Let me see about how long it takes you to make it there.
14 hours.
No. Okay. About 10 minutes after you disembark from the ship, you come up to the base of the lighthouse. Okay, so you're right at the base. Looks like it's about 200 feet high. There is an iron door where the path leads up to it. Nice and sturdy looking.
I'll pull or push on handles.
Okay. It creaks open, and you may enter inside.
We're in.
Okay.
Nailed it.
That worked.
Yep.
Anyone
Mission accomplished.
Anyone got lights?
Nope.
Some of you guys have matches.
Yeah, I got.
I don't.
I mean, is it?
I have a rabbit's foot.
Is it in the day?
It is about 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, so is it light in here?
Well,
The lighthouse is light.
at the ground floor here, it's not very light. Most of it's just being admitted from the door that you just opened. There's no windows down here or anything like
Is
that.
there like a lantern or something nearby that we can light?
In your expertise, how do you navigate through a lighthouse with no windows?
Feel.
Yeah. I mean,
Follow
there's enough light coming in that you don't. Your vision isn't obscured down here.
You use your fingertips.
Yep. So as you enter inside, there's a winding, iron grated staircase that spirals up. So if you wanted to, you'd be able to proceed up immediately. This ground floor is a storage room. You see some paraffin oil tanks. That's what the lighthouse light runs on, and just a bunch of stacked barrels, a few crates.
Scott!
You call out. You find that the lighthouse has a muffling effect for your voice.
Doesn't choke you.
No, it doesn't directly muffle his voice, but his voice doesn't carry so well. At least in the storage room, maybe higher up. But no one responds to your call.
Dead.
That's it.
Move on.
Pack up.
Oh god.
Mystery solved. Are we level 2 now?
Shit. Let's get to the top.
Okay. You can go up the staircase.
Get a lay of the land.
Okay.
This is your first time at this specific lighthouse?
No.
Okay. You don't need a lay of the land.
But I am only 25 years old.
Yeah. No, this is your first time at this lighthouse.
Ignore what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
I have 4 intelligence, so it's kind of like my first.
I've been to this lighthouse.
Yeah. Who knows?
Okay.
Every time you come here, it's the first time you've been
Yep.
to this lighthouse.
As you start going up the stairwell, again, you're going up these nice spiral iron stairs. You can feel every time there's a good breeze from the outside that this stairwell kind of acts as a bit of a shaft, and you feel like kind of air coming at you from way up at the lamp room. So it's a bit gusty and breezy in here. It also whistles on the outside as the effect that this is not an airtight building by any means. So you just left the door open on the ground floor?
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the only way we could see.
Nope, that's fine. Okay, now you make it into the common room on the second floor. There are windows here.
Nice.
There's one actually straight ahead of you. There's partitions in this level of the lighthouse, so it looks like the common room might be about half of the circle, but if you were to go right or around the bend of the stairs to the left, you could enter in other rooms. But this room itself, there's a peat fire in the fireplace. Peat being a kind of compounded turf that burns very well, very popular in Scotland and Ireland. You can see the peat in there, although there is no active fire right now. The ashes have gone cold, so the fire has not been tended to. You hear a monotonous tick-tock of a clock on the mantle just above the hearth. There is also a wooden rack, also right above the hearth, with nothing on it. And there seems to be about a dozen little black pellets right in front of you by the fireplace, scattered on the ground.
Scott!
There is no response to Scott.
I'll light my pipe
Okay.
and then
You've done this.
investigate the docks.
You've done this thousands of times, so you're
Since I
able to
was
get it
12.
lit in no time. Do you, I'm assuming you're gonna smoke some of your tobacco, or are you just lighting your? Okay.
No, I'll smoke.
You want to take a closer look at the specks on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. They appear like little peppercorns. About that size, just little.
They appear to be, or like literally, or just similar?
That's what they look like to you.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll
you
take
got.
a closer look. I mean, smell.
Okay.
I mean,
Sure.
taste.
Well, no. Just what
Okay,
do you
smell
want to
first.
smell?
Smell
Okay.
first.
It's odorless, so it must not be a peppercorn.
Oh, okay. Then I won't taste it.
Okay.
Hmm.
As you stoop down to look at that, you notice a charred piece of paper near the fireplace.
Let's take a look.
Okay. So this is probably about half of the original piece of paper that you found. The top half is just an ashy section that's been just totally burnt off. There is legible writing on the bottom half. It is in Latin.
What a coincidence. I speak 50% Latin.
Whoa.
So you would be able to make a skill check to read the text. So you'd roll a D100, and if you roll equal or below the score, that would be considered a success, with higher degrees of success possibly if you get very much below the threshold. So you always want to roll under the number in Call of Cthulhu for what your skill number is, since higher is better.
27,
Okay.
which is less than 50.
That's a good point. It is less
Yeah.
than 50.
You're able to make sense of it. Well, you're able to translate it. The text is describing instructions for drawing a phonetic pentagon and several Kabbalistic signs of protection. It's basically describing geometric shapes, saying these will be good for protection. As well as the shape of the pentagon and the traces. It's basically a geometrical description, but in Latin text.
Is it just describing one shape?
It's describing the pentagon and then a number of other shapes. So
they're all good?
we'll say roughly 4 shapes it's describing.
It says they're all good.
It describes them as Kabbalistic signs of protection.
Okay.
What does it say?
It says these shapes are Kabbalistic signs of protection.
Oh.
You admit that.
All right. The final thing in the living room is on the floor, a little ways from where you see your friend muttering Latin and looking at the page, is a double-barreled shotgun. Its breech open, lying unloaded on the floor. You see a handful of spent shells scattered near the shotgun itself.
Was this letter handwritten?
The script was not in
The
typeface.
Latin thing? Okay. Does it look old? Or like someone just wrote this recently?
That's very difficult to discern because since it's been burnt.
Oh, okay.
I'd allow an appraise to determine its rough age. So you have a 5% chance of success without training.
No.
44.
Okay.
You didn't
No,
succeed.
tell me. Like, was this just left here, or did one of the dead lighthouse men leave this behind?
Crap. Again, we don't know if it
Okay. You can add shotgun to your inventory.
And is there any unspent shell?
You want to look around for them?
Yeah.
Okay. Your subsequent examination reveals damage to the walls and ceiling of the living room. Commensurate with the discharge at close range of a shot. And you find no fresh ammunition.
Okay.
Were you to venture to one of the other partitions on this floor, you could go to other areas of the common room. This is all the living room area of the lighthouse.
There might be more shotgun shells in the bedrooms.
You hear the door slam shut violently on the ground level. Okay.
You might just be angry that someone left the door open.
Yeah.
You hear no response, but you hear strange birds cawing at you outside as a response to your Scott.
What if we take those little pellets and put them in a shotgun shell and put it in the shotgun?
Blow your hand
I mean,
off.
they're not gunpowder pellets.
You don't know. What are they?
They look like black peppercorns.
What are they?
Alright, what do you think we should do?
Should we put the
No, that seems like you're gonna blow your hand off.
I'm gonna do that.
Alright.
What are you gonna do?
Taking those little pellets and putting them in one of the shells.
Alright, he is choosing to roleplay before I tell you.
Okay.
The spent shells.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try and crimp it
Okay.
and put it in the gun.
This is gonna go bad.
Stacking bodies.
I'll take a mechanical repair.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said I had that.
You
I
should
have that.
You read me the wrong
No, you're the electrician. Yeah, no, you have good electric repair. I'm sorry.
An electrician with 4
Okay, well, I'll try.
Okay.
Because what could possibly go wrong?
So much.
Yeah, wait. Are you Archie Finley?
Oh, so much.
May?
Yes.
Okay, you do have a mechanical repair. It's 40, so you can pencil that in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still failed.
Okay. Try as you might without some sort of like sealing agent, you can tell like it could just fall out of the pellet at any. The pellet could fall out of the shell at any time. It's not really yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll find ammo.
Maybe we'll find glue.
Are those?
I mean, do you think that you can just put anything in a
No.
bullet and it'll work?
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
That's not how.
I mean, if there was gunpowder present, it would
Well,
shoot something out.
If there's gunpowder, but this isn't gunpowder. This is just pellets we found.
Well, if we find an unspent shell, I will replace the shot with this awesome stuff.
I don't know what it is.
It's
Matt.
odorless.
Is gunpowder a odor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cordite or
But shots
like,
might
yeah.
Sulfur.
Right.
I mean, I guess in case of emergency,
Yeah, right.
it's worth a try.
There's birds outside.
Yeah, like sounded like gulls, but agitated.
Are there windows?
Yes. There's one like iron grate window. So it's like open. It's like an open air window looking right out to. That would be the coast.
I'm gonna take a peek outside to see what the birds are doing.
Okay. You don't see any birds.
Do I still hear them?
Not at the moment.
Something sucked the birds out of the sky.
What could do such a thing?
Good.
The campaign of the worst case scenario is always being true.
I'll head into another room.
Okay. Do you want to go to the left or to the right?
Left.
Okay.
Left makes best.
As you open the door, shotgun shells just fly
Just
out.
raining.
The whole
shotgun
room
shells.
is full of shotgun
That's
shells.
awesome.
Okay. You're in the pantry.
Okay, what's in there?
You want to take a look around?
Oh yeah, dig deep.
Okay. Well, as your eyes scan the shelves, you see various foodstuffs,
Mm-hmm.
cans, things of that nature. There is a box.
Okay.
inside looks like a healthy number of shotgun shells.
Told you.
There you go.
And do you want to take the time to count them?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
40 shotgun shells.
Okay, I need to open up
With
one
that
of them
4
and
intact.
replace
Okay.
with the black pellets.
Yep. And with an intact shell,
What if this?
What if those are like magic voodoo shot things and they just obliterate the final boss? Then you'll be sorry.
There's no chance of that.
It's possible. I've read Call of Cthulhu Adventures. Crazy shit that happens.
okay. That's going to take you just some time. So you see Archie kind of get busy in the pantry. He's definitely busying himself with something, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're not concealing the fact that you found a fresh box of ammunition.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So actually, who's Archie's here, man?
Archie is
Oh,
Meg's
okay.
character. I want to get into the habit of calling you by your character
Okay.
name. So, okay. In the kitchen, there is a meal of some sort that's been prepared. You see on a plate there's some meat, cheese, and bread. Not a single bite has been taken out of any of the items.
Does it look fresh?
It's cold, but it hasn't really begun molding or rotting yet.
I mean,
Who would
it
prepare?
could have been
this?
just cold at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sandwiches. They can be cold.
At the kitchen table,
I just want to know if I can eat it.
at where this meal's laid out, it's a table with a set of 4 chairs, and one of them is just knocked over, like leaning up.
Are there signs of a struggle?
Give me a spot hidden.
There's a chair knocked over.
And there's shotgun. Like bullet holes in the
Yeah,
floor.
Luckily, I'm trained in
Yeah,
spot.
there's no bullet holes in here. The only
Oh.
ones you found was in the living room.
I don't spot anything.
Okay. You take a good look around the room, and you can't make any apart from the knocked over chair.
Yeah,
You don't know
yeah.
shit.
Chair.
But I mean, who would get up in such a hurry and leave the meal here?
You can see Mert doing that.
No, he would take it with him.
Yeah,
Just take the chair with him.
he would die at the table before he left.
Wow. We're probably not dealing with a murder.
No. Something is
The
going on
lighthouse,
here.
are the people that run the lighthouse always here? While they're
There's-
running it?
Provided everything's going well, there will be 3 people here most of the day while it's in operation. I mean, occasionally one of them might head down to the landings, but yeah, this is where you stay when you're a lighthouse keeper.
Maybe someone was playing around with a shotgun. They were blasting off.
Yeah.
So somebody had to get up from their lunch and go check it out. And then they all went for a swim.
And when the sea was really rough, and
Long
yeah,
swim.
That seems like something Archie would do.
Yeah.
Based off the little.
Maybe.
How far away was the blast off site?
blast off site.
Where the
Oh,
Yeah, where the shells were. Yeah.
I mean,
there's
full.
on the
It's
common.
just-
That's on this floor. That's just taking a wind around the lighthouse.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was right by the
I
fireplace.
don't know if they can be related. We didn't see.
Well, somehow they're
Were the empty shells near the shotgun? Were they like shot or like
Yeah,
that's what they were?
they're full
Mhm.
of holes.
Okay, so someone shot. Someone was blasting off down there. They rushed off this table, chased something downstairs, and were blasting off, and they got sucked into
No,
the
it's
sky.
all in the same, all on the same level.
We're all still on the same floor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
where the shotgun was found is where the.
Oh,
You're
okay.
on. You're on the second level.
This
of
is like the
lighthouse.
living area.
Yeah.
So their bedrooms,
Alright.
their kitchen, and all that's on this
I mean, does
level.
anyone else see anything unusual here that we're missing?
There's still another room, right?
Like,
You've done a sweep. The only other room is the pantry where he's
Oh,
doing
okay.
his.
out of character, does anyone else have spot hidden?
I do. It's not great.
Yeah, I got 50.
That's way better than mine.
You should investigate.
I mean, I'm
You'll have to wait a few minutes for him to
shelling
finish.
up.
But if you're willing for him to wait, he can do the
I'll,
spot hidden.
I'll look around.
I'll do the spot hidden.
Okay.
I'll look around.
So you express your concerns to him that you're like, there must be something in this room.
I would have to have 100% to beat my roll. I rolled a 98.
Okay, that's very close to a fumble, but for a spot hidden, it's less bad than
Go
combat.
blind.
Okay, you're convinced quite the opposite that there is nothing to be found in this room upon your search.
You find nothing unusual about
No.
food left out on the table.
Well, that's not necessarily. He just doesn't think there's anything, any
Okay.
other clues in here.
Maybe someone made a sandwich for Archie. You never know.
Yeah.
They knew we were coming.
Because it was like a welcome.
Hey,
party.
Archie,
Yeah,
there's a sandwich in here for you.
Hold on.
Do we see what you're doing?
He's in the pantry, hiding
He's
in the
making a
corner,
special bullet.
putting peppercorn in a fucking shock.
How many of the pellets were you trying to get in there?
As many as I could.
Okay.
I don't know how big they are.
Usually
They're like 12.
they're about that big. So
Oh, they're pretty big.
yeah, you could probably get 2 or 3 inside of a shell.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, after about 10 minutes, you've replaced the shot of that shell with those pellets.
Excellent. Okay, I want to hold on to that.
Okay, so that's not what you're gonna load into the
No,
shotgun.
that's for
Okay.
special when
Okay,
I see
yeah.
Shogoth.
All right, sure.
So I just want to load up with regular shells.
You have shotgun use too.
I do?
I'm pretty sure you do.
Where would that be marked?
Firearms. Thought you had shot. Maybe you have to pencil something else in for me.
Mm-hmm. Gladly.
Oh no, you do not have shotgun. Don't worry about it.
I have enough shotgun
Okay,
to
no.
put it in somebody's face.
I mean, you'll
Pull
have
the
you have
trigger.
base shotgun, which
Yeah.
is like
25.
20, yeah,
25.
right. But at if you're at point blank range, you get to double that to 50. So try and maneuver
Okay.
that if
I'll
you
come
need
in.
to, you need to kill off your fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
All right. So you've gone everywhere on this floor. Archie, you would know.
Well, I'm gonna go eat that sandwich.
Okay.
It's a sandwich one.
As you're eating the sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
you would know. If for a typical lighthouse layout, above you would probably be the living quarters because you haven't seen any beds yet, so they gotta have somewhere. And then all lighthouses have a watch room and a lamp room. The watch room being directly beneath the lamp room, where usually you'll have a trap door up because there won't be a staircase leading up to where the light is. And then the lamp room is where there'll be the safety railing, the lamp itself, and the very top of the lighthouse. So likely about 3 levels above you left.
Okay.
So you see him sitting at the table eating his sandwich.
Damn fine spread.
It's
a warm welcome for you.
it's a bit cold and the bread's gotten a little hard, but it's edible.
Must have been late.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, why do you think it was left out?
It was for him. It was for
Something
him.
sudden must have happened. Like he jumped out of his chair, a chair fell over, totally forgot his lunch.
They must have known I like bread, meat, and cheese.
All right, let's just go to the next story.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna look around here, wasn't I? Wasn't that why you
Were
asked about
you?
spot hidden?
It didn't seem
There's
like
no
conversation was
reason.
going
Everything
that
is
way.
normal here.
Why'd you ask?
Well, out of character, I wanted you to, but
Oh.
in character, you just.
Is that a
I
pack of
didn't think
gum
it was going
right
to be
there?
productive.
Well,
But
can
I
I-
mean, still
Yes,
like
let
you
me see
too.
that.
Can I gaze
Is it?
around while eating my food?
Sure. Might be a slightly harder DC, but I won't tell you what it is.
Problem.
Yeah.
Watch this shit.
All right.
36.
36 out of 50.
So that would normally be a success.
Mm-hmm.
And you're quite you share similar opinion with are you Willie?
I am Willie.
Yep, with Willie that there is nothing else to be seen in this room.
Well, they're probably sleeping above us.
Taking a nap during the day, derelicting their duty, letting the lamp go dark.
I'm
Well,
about to see.
you don't need the shine of light
don't
during
need
the
it
day.
So it's nap time.
No, okay.
Scream at them from the next level.
Okay.
We didn't hear like any other like footsteps or anything. I'm just going to assume that
You heard the door slam shut on the ground floor.
it's most likely the wind,
Sure.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Or it's just the wind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and then every so often you hear the wind whistling through the cracks in the building and like spiraling down, drafting from the lamp room up top. So.
It's Ireland. It's the windy city.
Yep.
Scotland.
You know, same difference.
It's close. It's pretty close.
Pretty
there.
close.
Yeah.
So we're going up.
Oh, we're going
You finished your stone cold meal. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with the cold cut sandwich.
Nope. It's just when you don't know how long it's been sitting out. Is
That should be the next cousin slogan.
When you arrive at the restaurant,
deserve
there's
better.
just at every table there's just a plate of food sitting out.
sandwich.
That's
There's
all.
nothing wrong with a cold cut sandwich.
Yeah. Okay,
Cousin subs.
you guys head up the iron
Would
grate
be the
stairs.
worst one they've had.
I don't think. Okay. Well, no. Here, actually, you're in like a little landing by the stairs, and there's 4 separate doors. So, as opposed to the common room that just had kind of walls that jutted in but never created a separate doorway, these are 4 different doors to go through. We'll just call north, south, east, and west doors.
One of these must be my room.
Yeah.
It is now.
So I will head east. Can feel it in my bones.
Do you guys want to follow in after him or go to your own rooms? You'll be
Follow.
check in for the night. Yeah.
Go to a different room. Is this the top?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
You're on the 3rd floor of the lighthouse.
Do we know how many floors there are?
5.
Do you know?
Well, I don't want to settle in for the night until we see all the floors.
5 is based off of his knowledge of standard lighthouses.
He's got 4 intelligence.
So
Yeah.
these appear to be bedrooms.
Intelligence and knowledge are not necessarily the same
Well,
thing.
no, let's just poke around these rooms first. Let's
Okay.
just open the doors.
All right, I'm going to start with Archie because he was first to declare. You went east.
He did.
Okay, you open the room. You see a number of books, perhaps 20 in all, sitting atop a wardrobe. There's a cot and a chair in addition to the wardrobe. The cot is neatly made. Do you want to take a look at what kind of books there are?
Of course.
Okay. You got some Scottish histories, a couple biographies of Robert Burns, an anthology of Scottish poetry, all standard volumes. The remainder are esoteric titles. You see topics ranging from metaphysics to Latin and Greek texts.
I doubt I know how to read, but okay.
I'm almost certain it was supposed to be a 14, but it was a typo and it gave you a 4. Alright. There's a... You see sticking out from under the bed, there's a chest as well.
Oh, my trust.
My chest! He just
It's
rubs
like
his
clearly
chest.
the doctor's
Yeah.
Okay, let's crack it open.
Okay, it's unlocked. You see inside is something of a rudimentary chemistry lab. You see
My
test
crack
tubes.
lab.
You see test tubes, beakers, stirring rods, a funnel, an eyedropper, and a measuring spoon. Just all neatly
Are there
organized.
any chemicals?
You pour that into a shotgun shell.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
there's just a kid in here.
Okay. Right where I left it.
Yep.
Seems like the doctor was. He was a doctor of literature, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Seems to be experimenting with some weird things.
And then I mentioned all of the books. Do you want to like take a look at it? Any of the books, or? I mean, this is your room. I guess you'd be getting nice and
I
cozy.
guess I'd like leave through them for money.
That's
Shaking
reasonable.
Yeah.
I'll come back to you because that'll be time consuming. Thomas, did you indicate what direction you were going for?
I did not.
Okay,
I guess I'll say north.
north room.
Nice. It's a good room.
Okay, so all the rooms have the cot, wardrobe, and chair. However, in this room, there's a small bird cage on top of the wardrobe. The moment you enter the room, Thomas, Canary pops its head up and chirps at you feebly. So the bird's chirping at you. It looks gaunt. So it's probably hasn't eaten in a while. Underneath the window, there's a rough wooden table, and you see some wood carvings in progress on the table.
What are they of?
Okay, one you can discern the outline of a cloaked female figure about 8 inches by 3 inches in size. Definitely unfinished, but looks like he was carving some kind of lady.
Alright. I think I'll let the canary out.
Out of the cage?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's getting in a little trouble.
you open the door of the cage. It hops up like to the bar where like the door is, so like right on the brink. You know, it kind of like perks its head up at you and continues chirping at you. And you see it start to take flight, and it falls to the ground, although it's still chirping.
This guy's wings clipped.
Its wings appear to be intact.
Well, clipping doesn't cut the wings off. It's just so they can't fly.
But now it's like kind of lying on its side on the floor, still
This
chirping.
bird is broken. I step on it to put it out of its misery.
Wow. That's
Okay.
hard.
As you apply pressure, there's resistance, and then the crunch of bones and beak beneath your boot. It's like I almost want to make you roll sanity for that. The last living creature on the. Okay, well. All right.
He's a seaman.
No, that's true. He's a hard man.
He's a hard man.
It has been dispatched. As you do that, you can see from this perspective, looking back out, there's a leather pouch hanging on the back of the door that you entered through.
I'll investigate the pouch.
Okay.
Could have fed that canary some of those pellets.
There's woodworking tools inside of the pouch.
Maybe I can finish that drawing of a lady.
Now open up a portal.
Okay. Studs, do you wish to investigate one of the
Actually, can I
rooms?
collect that pouch? I just want to add it to my stuff if I can.
Yeah, you can add woodworking tools.
Yeah.
The north and east rooms have been investigated.
I'll go south. Seems like a good room to be in.
Okay. Cot, chair, and wardrobe.
Nice.
On top of the wardrobe in here is an old melodeon. A melodeon is those like you or no, I think it's the one where it's like that, but it's like a piano. Let me show you a picture.
So it's a musical instrument of some
It is a musical instrument.
Looking up canaries.
Yeah.
What you just
Seeing what
smushed?
she killed.
Poor innocent bird.
I gotta
Oh,
say,
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought of that
it's-
as just like a ridiculous.
it's
thing
one
to
of
do,
those
then I was
things.
like, you know what?
Gotcha.
Yep.
Just do it.
So it would be
Yeah.
difficult to play without training of some kind.
Well, I don't think they had anything to offer.
Next to the melodeon is a copy of the Presbyterian hymnal.
Don't care about that.
Okay. On the table, there's a journal of some kind, and nothing else unusual in the room.
Guess I'll grab the journal.
You want to leaf through it?
I'll shake it for money.
Okay. You do so, and nothing falls out.
Alright. Then I'll kind of skim through it.
Okay. It's the lighthouse log. So it's got notes about weather conditions each day, visits by the lighthouse tender, which is the boat that you guys arrived in, arrival and departure time of relief keepers, other relevant information. Last entry was dated September 14th, and nothing unusual was recorded that day.
Set that down.
I'm gonna jump back to Archie, who's been shaking, trembling. In one of the history books, a slip of paper falls out.
Money.
I'm going to send it to Signal.
Whoa.
Yep.
So we all can read it.
Yep.
Yeah. Did I take a picture of that one yet? There it is. Well, you guys can only read this if Adam says it's okay. Because he's the only one who knows about it. So I'm actually going to send this one privately to him.
Darn.
And he can send it, he can share it to the group if he wants to. Okay. As for the two of you, you finished your search of your rooms, which means there's one room left that is yet to be entered.
Alright, let's tag team this last room.
Alright.
Okay.
We go together.
Yep. That is the west room.
East.
This room is completely barren except for the empty wardrobe, the chair, and the neatly made bed.
Hey Archie, we found your room.
I'm in my room.
There's nothing in this one, so it's probably yours.
That is ridiculous.
Hey, the other ones must be the other guys. Guys' rooms, they have all stuff in there. I think I killed his pet canary.
Well, why?
What?
I'll be honest, I kind of blacked out for a minute there.
It was a Thomas blackout where he slams his head on my table.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
No, I didn't connect the dots that was owned. That was an owned canary. But
He's in a cage.
Is this out of character?
a bird cage,
Is
yeah.
this like a real thing? Thomas
You
would
think
do?
it
No,
just
I mean,
wandered
it's
in
in
there and was
character.
nesting in that cage?
No, I mean, I guess I knew it was a pet, but I didn't think that the guy would be coming back to take care of it. Hopefully that's,
Well, that's
true.
true.
Because otherwise I have to
Yeah.
answer some hard questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
I mean,
could've
it looked like it
gave
hadn't
it
eaten
water.
in a while. It looked like it hadn't eaten in a while, so I bet he hasn't been bet. I mean, they're all missing or something happened to him. I think we're clear on that by now.
They're probably at the top.
This canary hadn't eaten in days, probably.
Maybe he likes it up top and forgot about his bird.
Can't forget about a bird like that. His chirps still haunt me.
Let us keep moving.
Alright, yep, let's keep going.
Okay. Well, up the stairs will take you to the watch room. Archie, you know now. You must be directly beneath the lamp room. You note the trapdoor in the ceiling that will access up there. Inside of this room, there's more paraffin, fuel, other supplies. You see there's lanterns in here. Well, one of you will eventually notice, since all three of you are in this room. There's a little stack of playing cards neatly stacked on top of a small table in this room.
A little stack of playing cards.
Yep.
How little?
Less than a full deck.
It is a full deck, although they're a bit grimy to the touch. The table it was resting on is actually a chest, now that you've gotten closer to it. Yep. Appearances can be deceiving. Yeah, it's another chest for Archie.
Let's open this shit up.
Yeah.
Okay. You see two neatly folded square solid red flags and an unloaded flare gun inside the chest. There's a leather pouch next to the gun.
Open that shit up.
You see about a dozen flares inside.
We can blast off if we need to.
Can we open one up and put in those little pellets?
You've got a chemistry equipment set now. Yeah.
That could be your nighttime project.
Okay.
Should we just blast off a flare prematurely? Because I'm pretty sure something bad's going to happen here.
Now, Thomas, do you know what metagaming is? It's like,
I mean,
does your character think that already? You know.
none of the
Yeah.
three are here, so.
I mean, I do think something suspicious has happened. Because, I mean, there's a lot of signs that
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
just, like, disappeared
Um,
suddenly.
The natural light is almost gone for the day. It's about 4 o'clock, and so it is getting rather dark. There's still a few red pangs of sunlight touching the lighthouse through the windows, but those lanterns would likely be your best source of light going forward.
I'll light one.
I
Okay.
must get the light going.
Go up there.
Alright.
I'll take some paraffin wax
Yep.
and I'll head up.
Okay. That's an impressive feat.
Mm-hmm.
But you
I'm
are
an
an
impressive guy.
you are an assistant lighthouse keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And because of that, you won't need to make any rolls or anything. Okay. So at the top of the tower, at last, there is the lamp room. The structure and kind of peaked roof, which beneath it houses the lamp and the lens for the lighthouse itself. There's an exterior walkway at the outer edge with a waist-high railing called the gallery. And further in is the glassed-in room with the lamp itself.
Mm-hmm.
Up here, as the sun is just about gone in the western horizon, Archie, you're given a commanding view of the island and the raging sea around it. Conditions have gotten rather stormy. It's not precipitating just yet, but the winds have been picking up.
The sea is angry today, boys.
And as you say that, a fog begins rolling in. Although, strangely, it's not rolling in from the sea. It seems to be coming from the island itself. And a chill kind of seizes you as the air takes on an icier quality than earlier in the day.
The island is angry today, boys.
Just the fog from the other side of
Yeah.
the island.
Right. Okay. There's a bell up here.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, it's like hooked to the wall, so it's just one where you go.
Ring it. Let the boys know we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going, Scott!
Yeah, I'll ring it and yell out Scott.
That's a really just great movie image. Just Scott! It's like this fog and winds. Alright,
Blast it on.
you do so. And your voice carries on the winds.
You finally have it. It
This
finally
goes
calls
like-
back.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you lighting?
Yeah, I gotta fix this light. That's essential.
There's a slate with several chalk implements.
Okay.
On it, Archie, you can see that the slate is for logging the time the light was extinguished, because on the morning each day it is extinguished for a time. Which the last recorded extinguishing was on the morning of the 15th. And it was also lit the evening of the 15th, but there is no further data beyond that, so it was not extinguished on the 16th by the keeper.
Something happened.
There's also barometric and thermometer readings that were taken.
Okay.
The last reading was at midnight, the start of the second watch, and the data shows steep drops in the readings.
Okay. But can I light the lamp?
Would you like to try to get the lighthouse back up and running?
Desperately.
Okay. The Fresnel lens, with its convex lens and many prisms of glass, focuses and intensifies the dioptric light thrown by the paraffin lamp and allows it to be seen at a distance of up to 21 miles on a clear night. That's just your lighthouse keeper tingling right there. You know how often oil needs to be added because you know the rate at which the oil burns. Every 45 minutes, the keeper on duty is going to need to wind the machine to keep it rotating. and to pump the paraffin. So once you get it started, it's not going to just run on its own. You're going to need to stay up here. But to simply get it up and running right now, you automatically succeed provided you don't fumble because you're Archie Finley.
Nice. Archie Finley never fumbles.
84.
Okay.
94.
If anyone has a pocket watch, they can note the time at which he restored operation.
I don't.
I can do that.
You have a pocket watch, don't you?
Yep.
It is 4:14 in the evening, and the lighthouse has been. He's got the lamp back on.
All right.
Hold on. What time is that? 4:14.
PM.
Is that the end of this one shot?
Now we just need
Mission
Sexius to keep,
accomplished.
rotating this thing.
Right. You need to about every 45 minutes. You're gonna need to add more oil and wind the mechanism.
So now you just do that all night?
This is my life.
Well, typically you have an 8-hour. Typically you have. I think it's well. Let's see. Sunrise is about
There's 3.
7. It's 4 in the evening now, so it'd be up to the 3 of you to decide how you want to split that up. But ideally, you want it to be in full operation while it's nighttime.
I think we burn 24 hours a day. We'll be the talk of the islands.
That's a crew right there.
I
Yeah.
want to point out, it's not our job to run it. It's just our job to get it up and running.
It is your job.
Well,
Well,
it's
so we're
technically
supposed
his
to leave
job
him,
to
right?
run it, but
So we're
he
just
wasn't-
leaving him. We just
I was
deliver him. right?
I was just what?
So we're just supposed to deliver him, right?
Yeah.
yeah, now he's can handle.
So now we're
This
good.
is my life now.
It's not our problem, right?
You're set.
I can never sleep again.
Just keep filling out that wax.
Although
and,
based on the weather outside,
If you guys want any beer, go for it.
I don't think our captain will be coming back.
Oh,
tonight.
you guys know almost for certainty that the Helios will not make an attempt at any of the landings until the next morning, especially with the conditions.
I guess we
We'll
settle
leave
in
him.
then.
We'll leave him up here and
I mean, you have a few hours. You probably don't need to
make one of those fine cold cut sandwiches and
just wait to be extinguished.
yeah.
Yep. No, it's up to you guys. What you do
That's
now.
why the first sandwich went to him because he's got a 12-hour shift ahead of him.
I'm gonna ring that bell the entire time.
As he gets the light up and running, and as the last of the sunlight is gone, and the light of the lighthouse itself becomes much more pronounced. Again, this time you all hear the strange cry, more of a high-pitched shriek, not unlike that of a seagull, but certainly unsettling in the darker conditions.
The birds cry out again.
You hear the shrieking sound. Which,
Can I try to imitate the sound?
of course.
Okay.
Out of character.
In character.
He wants to keep us
May I
awake.
demonstrate?
Got more bird smashing to do.
Yeah, those birds are in this room. Smash them.
Okay.
Those birds were in this room lying on their side. I would smash the fuck out
So
of
he
all of
calls out in the similar shriek, and again, even imitating the sound, even though you know it's him, it just doesn't feel right.
them. Why?
It gives you
Not
the
worried
shivers.
about that, man.
Communicating with them.
Okay. Oh,
The siren song
of the birds.
of the birds.
Well, I'm gonna go and make a sandwich.
I'm gonna work on that carving.
Okay. So they're gonna leave you to tend the light.
Yeah, I'll keep ringing the bell.
Well, we'll know he's dead if the bell stops.
God, what would you do then? Oh no!
Who has the flare gun?
Probably me.
It's his
And he has
chest.
a shotgun.
My
too.
chest.
When I-
You don't even belong
a
here.
flare gun inside's not gonna do a whole lot of good.
No.
Shoot it straight up.
I mean, we probably should discuss we're sure they're missing, so there's something wrong here.
There is something wrong.
Well, I'm doing my job. What's your job?
To wait for the Helios
Alright,
to come
so
back.
then what's the discussion?
Something happened here.
Well,
So I'm just
I
wondering,
can't be bothered.
do I just calmly go to sleep in that one guy's room?
where you crushed his canary?
Yeah.
You haven't fully scraped it off your boot yet. It's probably with you
Little
in
beach.
some regard. Yeah.
It'll always be with me.
Is this a feather hanging off the side of your boot?
Yeah, I'll probably clean up my boots before dinner time.
Okay. So you'll be tending the
I would be
the lamp while they go.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're ringing the bell the whole time.
I don't think you need to.
I mean,
turn
you
the
will
light
you will
off
need
the
to.
lamp the whole time.
Like I said, every 45 minutes you need to wind the crank and add the paraffin.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be doing that in addition to the bell work.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Out of character. Well, go ahead.
How long of a shift do you intend to put in?
Until my friends return.
And out of character, who are the friends? The other lighthouse people?
The other
or us?
lighthouse.
Yeah, these guys are just
Yeah.
okay.
You just brought me
Out of character, I'd like to look at those books. I'm trying to.
Sure.
I don't know if there's a way to explain
You'll probably need to take a lit lantern to see. I mean, there's no electric lighting inside of the lighthouse, so
Alright.
all the lanterns were in the watch room beneath you.
I'll try to go retrieve one.
Okay.
I'll grab my own as well.
Okay. They both head down the trapdoor. You're alone.
So me and the sound of the bell.
Yep.
And yeah.
There are 4 lanterns total.
Perfect.
So you guys each take one. I don't know if Archie took a lantern going up to the because you
No, I
were
was carrying
you were holding the oil. The
yeah.
okay, yep. So nope.
The
You've,
lighthouse.
you've
is
got the
my-
light of the
my
lamp
lamp,
itself
yeah.
up there. Okay. And it's pretty miserable up there, but like I said, you've got your waterproof poncho and your cardigan,
Yep.
so it's not too bad.
It's a garbage job.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
The light-
miserable. If no
lighthouse.
one relieves him, yeah. I mean, if the weather is nicer, if you got a peaceful summer evening, that wouldn't be too bad. But
Let's stay up there.
okay.
Tales under moonlight.
Okay. You want to look through those books. There's 20 books inside of this room. And I'll repeat for you the categories. Scottish history, biographies of a gentleman named Robert Burns, an anthology of Scottish poetry, about 6 volumes, and then more esoteric books, metaphysics, and then some Latin and Greek texts.
Did we know anything about this doctor guy?
I can repeat for you what you do know of him.
Okay.
Neil Fordyce, who you presume is the owner of this room, assistant lighthouse keeper, 57 years of age, widowed with no children. He resides in Stromness, Scotland, which is about 20 miles from here to the south. Amateur poet, retired professor of Scottish literature, and Burns scholar at the University of Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland. I actually might not be the capital, but I know it's large.
I'll take a look at just one of the Latin books. Like, what does the title say?
You can read Latin, I believe. It is Homer's Ars Poetica.
I guess it's just like poetry.
Yes.
Throw it on the fire.
You didn't share with them that little slip of paper
No,
that
I pocketed that.
you. Okay. You take it and tear it up and let it catch in the wind at the top.
You sneak it in.
That would be such a Sloopy thing to do. Oh god.
This
Do I-
isn't Sloopy though.
No.
Do I notice his chemistry kit?
Yes.
It's like, what is a poetry man doing with all of these?
Mm-hmm.
But I probably can't make anything out of it, so.
Archie also has the gunny sack as well. That had the parcel for all the people
Mhm.
here.
That's not for your eyes.
No, but you know that he has it. You saw him carrying it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's in the gunny sack?
You don't know. It was materials for the
Oh,
3
for
lighthouse
them.
keepers who apparently are nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Okay, so Studs, did you have anything you wanted Willie to do during this time? You wanted to make. You're an excellent cook.
I'm gonna make some food.
Okay, are you gonna prepare a meal for the 3 of you or just yourself?
Yeah, I'll do it for the 3 of us.
Okay.
Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
An egg?
I've eaten a lot of eggs lately.
It's always sunny when like Charlie's pretending to be like some magnet or whatever in the limo. Frank is the driver. And Charlie vomits all over the girl.
Oh, and then Frank offers an egg.
Egg in these dry times.
Alright, cooking stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna cook.
Old school. 1927 style.
Old time cooking.
Make us some haggis.
Yeah.
Canary stew.
You're able to
Off his boot.
you're able to make best use of the foodstuffs at hand, and put together handsome plates for you and your companions. It takes about 40 minutes to prepare.
That's fine.
Okay.
When I bring it up to Archie, though,
Okay, you're gonna bring it up
Right.
the trap door
Yeah.
with your plate of food.
I'm
Yeah.
going to tell him that I will only feed him if he shuts up with that damn mouth.
It is really starting to wear on you.
Hey Archie, I made you food, but you need to shut up with that goddamn bell.
But we'll bring my brothers home.
They're not home
They're
by
still on this island. They already know you're here because this bell is so fucking loud.
It's really not that loud. It just
It's just annoying to me.
you probably wouldn't be able to hear it at the ground level, but it can be heard from the third and fourth floor. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a break
Okay.
for the time that it takes me to eat this food.
Okay. Okay, you finish your meal and you see that the crank mechanism is starting to slow down and the light's flickering. So you'll need to add oil and find the crank. Okay. Thomas, food is also brought to you. Are you not Jack? What's your name?
Angus.
Angus Milne, yep. You are also given a dinner.
Can I see those ruins?
Oh, you want to look out at them from
Yeah. Gaze into the ruins.
Got those other buildings.
It takes a while for your eyes to adjust and discern the different features. Is that just a mound or is that? But eventually, yes, you remember seeing the ruins earlier, and you can make out the little structure of the ruined walls.
Okay.
And let's see here. Yeah, near the ruins, you catch a fleeting glimpse of ropey, luminous forms scuttling in the darkness by the ruins. Roll sanity.
Score!
You're gonna die because you looked at some ruins.
Yep.
This is the end of it.
You only have a sanity of
Damn it! 73 out of 70.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
You lose one sanity.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay.
You guys' sanity's at 7.
They were moving towards the lighthouse.
I'm gonna try to shoot the flare gun towards them.
Interesting.
lose 20 sanity.
Oh yeah. I'll take that as a firearm handgun test.
You got it.
You shoot yourself in the eye.
Oh yeah, this is not gonna be good.
Hear an explosion come from.
39 out of 20.
Okay. I mean, what a shot. I mean, this is across but
I wasn't hoping to hit him.
No,
so
no.
just-
You definitely shoot in the general vicinity. You see, its trajectory gets kind of buffeted by the wind a bit.
Yeah.
And again, you can definitely note as it's touching down that it kind of casts a little bit of a light on the silhouettes. Like something's moving down there, but it doesn't give you any further detail of what they looked like. As the icy mist is kind of dampening the effect of the brightness a little bit.
Okay.
But you've got 11 more shots.
Yeah. I will open the trap door.
Okay.
And I will shout, "They're returning!"
You see them?
Yes!
On foot?
Yes!
It's good
Alright.
to hear.
Alright, let's
I
go.
will ring the bell!
Alright, I'll take the lantern, go downstairs.
Give me a half luck roll.
How do I know what my luck is? You didn't
It would
write
be
that down.
it would be equal to your max sanity.
Okay.
Yep.
29 out of 70.
Okay. He continues ringing the bell.
Rejoice.
Go down to the door
Okay.
with the lantern and just look and wait.
Okay, so you're gonna like open the door like that. So you can't see
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
door. The door
I'll do
itself
that.
doesn't
I'll
have.
open
Okay.
it.
Okay. Regardless of where you are in the lighthouse, when he opens the door, it issues a nice, or emits a nice gust of wind that comes through, and I'll need a luck for both of you guys. Cause Studs, you were in the kitchen still, or did you go down with him?
I would have fed him.
Yeah.
So I'd probably be with him.
Okay. Yep. 2 of you. I need a luck roll.
And luck is half
luck-
your-
No, that was a special case for him. Now this will be your full. It would be equal to your full sanity because neither of you have lost sanity.
I got an 8.
Okay.
So
That's a success.
yeah.
Yes.
You need some die.
Here's the big one. 16.
Okay. You guys notice that the opening the door and the gust that it emitted almost extinguished your lanterns, but they remain lit. So you got the door open, and you're looking out to the island, and you don't see anything as of right now.
Alright.
Scott!
You gonna keep going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We
Until
can't.
they replace me.
We'll just wait for like a while.
Okay. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
At the end of this time, a few things happen. The bell breaks that you've been ringing. You pull it off of the wall, and it dents as it hits the ground, and the little ringer breaks off and like rolls out from the bell.
But you have mechanical repair.
I do.
So that happens.
But you don't know that.
And as for you guys, you're starting to get cold from just how long you've been standing down there with the door open.
I wonder if Archie is seeing things up there.
That was what I was about to say, so I'm gonna just shut this door and go back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this door have a lock, by the way?
Can be locked from the inside.
A weird feeling.
I mean, it is
No,
weird
it's
that
perfectly standard, I'd say.
it is weird that no one else is here.
I'm gonna lock this door. They can knock if
Yeah.
we'll validate the
I'm
situation.
sure Archie will call out for Scott anyways, so.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
I see anything else moving out there?
You caught the one glimpse of them
Yeah.
by the ruins,
Right.
and so during this time you've been continually watching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One other occasion, you think you might have seen something a little bit closer to the lighthouse. You want to shoot your flare gun
Uh-huh.
again? Okay, give me your handgun.
No.
88.
Okay.
You're gonna fumble soon.
You're gonna
Shoot the lamp out.
Shoot the glass so the mirror breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot the oil so it lights on fire and you burn to death.
Whoa, that would be worst case.
Don't fumble.
Okay. The second time, you see, not even from the flare itself, but in the vicinity of the flare, what appears to be a ghostly woman floating above the rocks, just jutting out from where the island surface ends.
Wow.
And
So I'm certain it's a ghost.
it is a
It's like ethereal looking.
looks like an angel in a white gown to your eyes. I'll take a no roll.
Oh, women on the island.
Yep. So no is your. I think it's. I want to say it's in times 5.
Isn't that idea?
Oh yeah. You're right.
I got 58. I think that's probably a success.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
it's like power, or if it's education.
Yeah.
What if it's
You notice that her movements are following the trace of the light, the lighthouse light right behind you. And
In what way? Like she's rotating?
like wherever that's pointing, you can see the lady along the rocks.
Okay.
Yep.
Huh.
And as you continue staring at it, you see that depending on what is in the background of where she is, sometimes it doesn't look like anything at all. And so you're going to rationalize that was a trick of the light.
Okay.
Okay. Because you're an assistant lighthouse keeper and you know this. Okay.
And I will just spend my time trying to fix the bell.
That'll be tough. You can do one mechanical repair.
Burn all my luck.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I have 40 mechanical.
Yeah.
repair.
Yeah, that's right. You said you had some.
That's not gonna do it though.
Damn it.
All right. Well, is it bedtime for the?
Not for me.
No, I know you've got a job to
Early
do.
still.
Yeah, it's probably about 6:30.
No, then
He's been on duty for a little over 2 hours.
is it even dark yet?
It's been dark since about right around when he put the light back on.
Damn, why is it dark so early?
Because you're very high to the north, and it's fall. So
No, yeah.
I've actually, and when I was in Edinburgh this past summer, it stayed like the sun didn't set until about 10:30. Because of how far north it was. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's insane.
It was really interesting to see that happen.
I will dive deeper into the journal, I guess. Although I don't know if the
Or the lighthouse log.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you become intimately familiar with all of the log that they
Just there
reported.
to kill time. I don't think
Yeah.
there's anything on there. I'll probably do that until I fall asleep.
Okay, so you take one of the cots and just kind of
Yep.
leave there.
Just
Okay.
reading.
Well, you'll certainly fall asleep at some point after doing that activity.
Yeah.
Thomas, or should I say
Angus.
Angus?
I don't know, dude. I'll probably smoke my pipe and
Yeah,
Well, I should roll some cigarettes too.
probably investigate.
you've
the,
got plenty of rolls.
Try to search the rooms a bit.
Okay. The living quarters.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a roll type thing, if there's anything of note too. Fine, not. I'd probably search. Maybe look at the books some more.
I will take. We'll take a history as you're going through the books.
Whoa.
Alright. Going deep on the skill
Yeah.
list here.
No.
It's over.
Okay. There's a lot of reading material, and so it's overwhelming to like be able to go through all of them in the time that you've given yourself. And after spending a couple of hours, I mean, you learn a few things from his curated little collection there, but it doesn't give you a whole lot of information. But all right.
Try making that bird sound again.
Okay. You do so.
Good. Wake the dead, as they say.
Yep. Well, it's safe to say that that Willie has fallen asleep, and Angus. If you wish to remain awake, that's okay. But he was getting rather comfortable in his cot, reading through those histories, and you only have so much lamplight. You know, you'd have to go up to the watch room every so often to get more oil for your lamp if you want to keep it running.
God damn it.
It is cold, and
I'll
you'll
probably
want to get under the covers.
Yeah, I'll probably just sleep after a little while.
Okay. So Archie gets to sit
Long
up.
walk.
Okay. Well, you've got your job to do, And I believe you said that you will stay up there so long as you are not relieved.
That's right.
Okay.
The watch doesn't end until you die.
Yeah. I mean, I'll keep trying to fix the bell.
Okay.
Even if it's pointless.
Yeah, by this point, your fingers are probably starting to get a little, not numb, but you know, you've been battered down by the elements out here.
I'll rub my rabbit's foot too.
That is your lucky talisman, your rabbit's foot. And midnight hits, and
Which,
you feel your ears pop, as if from a sudden pressure shift.
the old sea.
And you've got your flare gun, your bell, just all that stuff just kind of laying there.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear like along the either the lighthouse or on the ground somewhere. And climbing up over the gallery, you see a pair of luminous spherical creatures that just make your head ache at just the mere sight of them. In the you have good lighting up here at least.
Oh yeah.
Yep. They kind of have like a nice brain appearance and a singular eye and tentacles to guide them.
Oh my.
And they have their own light source.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
you can roll sanity.
I will do so. 32.
Okay.
Gucci.
You only lose 1 sanity at the sight of them.
Not so
You've
Gucci.
seen worse.
Yeah.
Seen worse
Yeah.
than that.
Nope. You're a lighthouse. You're an assistant lighthouse.
He's seen worse.
And they make that shrieking noise again as they spot you.
My shotgun's about to make a shrieking noise.
Yeah.
If you're quick, you might be able to reach for your shotgun and fire before they get in action.
Oh, I think I'll be quick.
Okay. Archie be nimble, Archie be quick.
Yep.
Okay. Now I get to tell you. So you get. I'm gonna add your shotgun to your equipment here, so you know what's up.
Push off.
Push off. Yeah. Okay. You've got a double-barreled 12-gauge shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Which will improve your base skill to 30. So it's a
Oh.
special shotgun, so you can modify that.
Nice.
Within 10 yards, you can double your chance to hit. So that would be 60.
Nice.
If you fire both barrels at the same time, that is 2d6 damage. If you wish to fire them separately, that's 1d6, but then you could designate a separate target for each one, but your second attack is with a lower chance of success.
Okay.
Since you were manning your spot up there, you kind of heard the noises. You may take the first action.
Alright. I guess I'll give each of them a barrel.
Okay, so you want to just aim right at the center of mass for both, and
Yep.
okay. They are both considered close range. So the first will be a 60.
You got it.
Okay.
I don't got it.
Okay.
Not with a 95.
So you get really excited. You're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you've come back!" And your shot goes awry.
Yeah.
I'll give you the benefit of this sequence that since you know your first didn't hit, you could try to keep the same target if you want to just fire that second one.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a penalty.
Yeah.
It is your dexterity.
Just base?
Yep.
Holy shit, that's a huge penalty.
Yep.
I done goofed.
No.
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 Okay. Oh boy. Alright, so you fired.
Yeah.
So does that wake us?
That's a good question. It is loud, I mean, as far as the wind and everything. However, this was a shotgun being discharged only 2 floors above you. I'm going to say both of you wake, although, like, you're not quite sure what... Oh, no, you'd be woken by the first shot since he fired separate... Okay, so you wake up, and then you hear a shotgun blast from upstairs.
Run up there quickly.
Okay, you're running up there. Okay. Archie.
Yeah.
We don't have any weapons even.
You have... yeah, he has a pocket knife too, I think.
What kind of seaman
I'm
are we?
armed and dangerous.
Well, you have fisticuffs.
Beat
That-
these brains out of the air.
Good. Let's go to the resistance table.
Oh, la resistance.
I mean, what could they even do to us, actually?
Yeah, right?
That's a very good question.
Just think about us.
What are you doing? Thinking about me?
I don't think.
Alright, Archie, what's your power?
14.
Characteristic.
Do you know what HP stands for?
Hit points.
Lovecraft.
Hewlett Packard Lovecraft. Is that what his name was?
Howard Phillips.
Call that the computer.
That's pretty cool. That's actually a good character name in and of itself right there.
It's our next sprawl character.
Yeah.
Hewlett Packard.
He's a paranormal investigator / printer salesman.
Yeah, by day.
Okay.
Doing calculations to figure out how dead I am.
Okay, there's a 1.
Are you guys hurrying up there?
Oh, yeah.
You heard gun?
Yeah,
Okay,
I do
alright,
that,
good.
I think.
Need one that's not percentage.
Archie blew his brains out.
Yeah. Okay, that's the word.
His spell didn't work no more, so what is there to live
His
for?
his brains are flying away.
Oh. That's not good. Okay.
Time for character creation.
Well, there's one character in the dock that can come rushing up. But,
He's actually on the dock.
yeah. Yeah,
He's been
exactly.
waiting this
Yep.
whole time.
Oh, okay. Alright, Archie. You see this creature kind of just looking at you intently with its eye. It begins glowing very brightly, much brighter than the lighthouse lens. And you begin rapidly and painfully devolving through a series
Short trip.
through a series of increasingly bestial forms. So, as you guys are going up the trapdoor, you see Archie on the ground looking like kind of Wolfman, like, and becoming Neanderthal,
Making those bird noises.
Cro-Magnon, ape, lizard man. You see all of this happening in front of your
Did you
eyes.
see the brains?
Oh yeah, you'll see them too. But I'm seeing
Did
this
they
is
do
what's.
that to him?
Did you say can they?
Did they?
What do you think did it to him?
Probably the brains.
Yeah.
Alright, so alright, so we're no match for these
So
brains.
yeah, I'm gonna give you. You're at the top. You're holding open the door. You're seeing this happening.
That's some sanity.
Oh yeah, yep. You got two. You got the sanity. You roll sanity twice. Once for Archie, which is half sanity, and once for the creatures that you see. Studs is right beneath you on the ladder to the trapdoor. So you
Which
take
one?
run.
Which one first?
Your
Full or
choice.
half?
Your choice.
I'll go full first.
Okay.
full sanity, full.
So you want
it's
below
54. So that's good. I have
okay.
70.
Yep, now half sanity.
Alright. 44. So I think that's a fail.
That's a fail.
Okay.
Fail. You're crazy now.
Okay. You take 5 points of sanity loss.
Wah, wah, wah.
In a matter of maybe 30 sec. Well, he was already along, but by the time you kind of gain hold of the situation, he's turning into like a puddle of primordial ooze.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
You're gonna close the
Close the
trapdoor.
trapdoor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And is there a lock on the trapdoor or anything like that?
No.
Damn it. I'm just gonna hold on tight. And I'm gonna say
Yep. And he's right below you.
there's some crazy stuff going on out there.
But I still have one thought in my
I
mind.
don't want
The
no-
bell.
Keep that light going.
He knows one thing and one thing only.
Yeah. I haven't been relieved yet.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. I can tell him what I saw. I was like,
Don't we need to save Archie? Isn't he up there?
he's not Archie anymore. He was melted. They melted him.
What melted him?
Flying brains. I mean, I don't know what to say other than what I saw. You can take a look for yourself, but I don't recommend it. I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
I believe you.
And I flee.
I'll follow.
So you're gonna flee. You're gonna head down all the way down to the ground level.
Well, hold on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's definition of flee? You're in the
Yeah,
lighthouse.
I know. You're right. Oh, we can't really flee.
Nope.
On an island.
Now Archie had the flare gun
And the shotgun.
And the pocket knife.
and the note.
Okay.
That's true. That's
no,
long
I have
gone.
one.
Here you go.
I have
Okay.
one refuge, and it's that thing I read about the geometric shapes.
Yep.
It said these shapes will protect us.
You were another seaman aboard the Helios.
Uh-huh.
As the motor vessel was leaving, the storm picked up, and you were actually thrown clear of the boat.
Wow.
And you were on rear deck duty, and your absence was not logged until the ship was sufficiently away. You were able to make yourself to the east landing, and you saw the light of the lighthouse was reactivated. Knowing that this is a remote island, very isolated, you made for the lighthouse. You knew of the situation because you were also a member of the Helios crew.
Dude, I'm a brick shit house.
Is that what it says?
I have 55 brawl and a 1d4 damage bonus.
Yeah.
55.
I'm gonna pound those brains.
I have a 1d4 damage
Yep.
bonus as well.
What's your brawl?
Not good.
Alright.
Actually, I have
you
no
can't
idea.
hit shit.
You have a dry sense of humor,
Nice.
and you're devoutly a religious Presbyterian.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you bring the fear of
wrap that
yeah.
cross around my hand.
Okay. You've made it to the lighthouse,
Calm
but
brains.
find the door locked. But you see that it's in operation. Okay, so you guys hear banging coming from below on the lighthouse.
God, they're
Work.
at both ends. I have an idea. Something I want to try. I want to try carving because I have my wood carving tools. that I took.
I'm gonna do some wood carving.
I want to carve one of the geometric shapes into the trapdoor.
Okay, just one of the descriptions from the book that
Yeah.
you saw, the tattered page. Okay,
Let's see, I don't know what it meant by these shapes will protect us, but
right,
maybe the brains won't come through this trap.
sure. You do so. You create one of the Kabbalistic symbols of protection on the door.
And no one goes back.
Yes, and the pounding continues below.
Alright, let's go check out that pounding.
Why? Do we know this is working?
No.
Why do you want to check on that pounding?
Carve a symbol on that door. I mean, we could split. I mean, what are we going to do at this trapdoor? We know,
The shotgun's up here.
yeah, but
Shotgun, flare gun, and the gunny sack are all in the
yeah, but
lamp room.
so is Beast Archie or Ooze Archie and the brains.
There's a lot of shit up there.
What a great
I mean, our
band
friend
name.
is.
Who's Archie and the brain?
I mean, our friend was just killed outside the
Yep.
trapdoor. I mean, I don't want to go out there. Maybe not in the dark of night. Maybe the light of day.
But if we have the option of going downstairs where we'll die, or going up where there's guns we could potentially protect ourselves. Seems like the guns is a better option. There's brains on both ends.
I don't know. From what I saw, I can't bring myself to go out this trapdoor.
Very logical.
I can't recommend it,
That's
but
good playing.
I can't stop you.
You see the Beastman, like, after image in your mind still of Archie's face as he was devolving. Just,
Can you climb a lighthouse?
Well, scale the lighthouse?
Yeah.
You could attempt to. The conditions are difficult, but an attempt could be made.
I'll roll up my sleeves.
Hey, you got brawn. We'll see how much.
Okay.
Why don't you go
I'll take a
downstairs?
quarter of your climb.
Or actually, if we have windows.
What's a
there
quarter
should be
of
windows.
50?
Maybe we can look and see like what's out
I'll
there.
round up 15.
15
Yep.
it is.
Yeah, can we see what's down by the front door from where we're at? It's in the watchroom.
That is a
Is there
fit.
windows around that?
There are windows.
Can we look down or out the
Yes.
window or something?
Yep.
We should do that.
Okay. You're gonna peek your head out the window and
See
look
a
down.
muscle man.
I see you.
Yeah, you do see it is a man.
Okay.
His features are obscured, but he
And
was
he's
attempting to climb, and you see him slip on the slick rocks or the slick structure of the lighthouse.
Who goes there?
You know me.
Do I?
Yeah, he's the other seaman. His name is
Jack.
Jack.
Yep.
Jack.
Yep, you know him. He's a member of the crew.
What a relief.
Why didn't you answer the door?
There's been
An incident.
an incident. We were suspicious.
All right.
Meet us at the door.
We'll let you in.
We'll let you in.
Hold that thought, Thomas.
We might die from fall damage.
Yeah, I might.
No, there's nothing to do with Jack.
To the brain sear.
You hear like a sound,
That's your
and
jugular.
you see just past your head a tentacle just tried to lash like around your neck, but it coils back up the lighthouse.
So is it through the glass?
No, to see that he had to stick his head out the window to look down,
Oh.
because these are just grated windows. Like you can't. I mean, it's a
Through the
tower,
bars,
so
sneak
yeah.
into doors.
So
Is my
something
head
from
stuck?
above tried to attack him and miss.
Try to pull my head back through the doors, through the
You
grate.
do so.
Alright, there's definitely brains on the roof. Just trying to
And
kill
they're
them.
not making an attempt to come through the latch at all. You're holding,
No,
because he had to have let go to hold it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I let go.
yep, they're not
So
coming
why
through.
don't we get down there, carve another symbol on the other door
Yeah.
that leads to the living quarters or like the bedroom.
That's the
and
best
stuff.
idea I have. And then we can work on boarding stuff up.
Yeah.
Let's get Jack in here first.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll run down and let Jack and you carve.
Well, I mean, I'll be right behind you because I gotta carve it.
I know, but I'm saying
Actually, isn't it an iron door?
You can still carve. You can make some scratches.
With a whittling knife, that would be impressive. It's not gonna be easy.
It's the only shot we have.
Okay,
Unless we have like something else to make symbols
so
with.
you guys are gonna go down the spiral staircase to let Jack in. Jack, while you're waiting, you see a luminous globe-like creature descending the lighthouse straight towards you.
just dies immediately.
No, you do have to roll sanity.
The fuck? The only one that hasn't had to roll a sanity.
It's 52 out of 65.
Okay. You lose one sanity, but you know it's still distant enough that you're like, but it is approaching, and it's clearly not a natural being.
What sort of sorcery is
Yeah.
this? Okay.
All right. It's about 15 feet away from you when they reach the door.
Above me.
Yep, coming down the side of the lighthouse on it with its tentacles. Just
Can you see this as well?
Yes, it killed our friend.
What?
It killed.
I pull him
Archie.
in and close the door while this conversation
Yeah, here,
is going.
come on, get in here, quick.
Well, we should kill it in return.
How? Do you have guns?
My God, guns.
Nice. I admire your courage. You're a fool. I saw what it did to Archie.
Alright, I pull him in.
Okay. He attempts to pull you in. These are your crewmen. You
Yeah.
feel that they seem to have your best interest in mind, but if you still wish to
This is
resist,
some demon bullshit. I want to punch it in the face.
Well, Jack, we have a plan. We need to discuss a plan first.
It'll be
fight or
there.
flight.
It'll
Fight or
always-
flight.
How far away is it still? 15 feet?
It'll be probably within jump punch pretty soon.
Come on. Come on. Gotta let me do the jump punch.
I can't stop you.
Okay.
You can't
So
stop.
they release you.
You can stop.
They release you.
I don't think I would.
Okay, no, he's still holding on. He's trying to pull you in.
I got this.
You're gonna try pulling him?
Yeah,
Pull him in?
pull him in.
Okay. Opposing strength check.
Think you're strong enough for a seaman?
Yes.
So hold on.
The
What's
same.
your guys' scores for
Mine's
strength?
15.
14.
So he has 5 lower to roll if it comes that close, but otherwise it's a roll off.
You got 100?
Okay. Well, Studs, you could roll a fumble too, so let's see.
No, I rolled 52.
Okay. Your foot slips on the like the sheer rock beneath you, so you slip and fall, and he's able to pull you in, but it's a slow grating like tug, like which will allow a tentacle to lash out at you while he's pulling you in
See
slowly.
what you've done. I would have already sure you can it.
I'm sure.
Okay. It lashes at you, but it does not strike your flesh.
Okay.
And you've pulled him into the lighthouse.
Did we shut the door as well?
No one said they shut the door.
Let's shut the door.
You shut the door?
Yeah.
Okay, the door has been shut.
Brain's not in here. Alright,
Nope.
Good. And the only opening is I lock the door for one.
Okay.
All right.
What the hell is going on here?
I don't know. But the crew was missing when we got here.
Yeah, the original lighthouse.
There were
keepers.
signs of the struggle. And those brains just attacked Archie at night. He was up at the fire
Yep.
place.
The lamp room.
The lamp room.
Yep.
And so what's your plan?
Well, unfortunately, the shotgun is up there as well.
As well as the flares.
But
And
the
the gunny
brain,
sack.
the brain's now down here.
Yeah, the brain's down here. I mean, the only piece of information we have is that someone left a note about these
Carvings.
Kabbalistic symbols
Nice.
of protection.
Demon worship.
It is, but you saw it firsthand. I wouldn't have believed it myself. I don't even know if they work or what those things
I know
are.
it
But
works.
it's the only lead we have.
Faith in the Lord our Savior.
Now, you think that'll protect you against that thing?
Yes. I'll go get the shotgun and flare though. If it'll help give you peace of mind.
Okay.
It's God's shotgun now.
Gosh, shotgun.
Archie got turned into ooze.
Maybe he
I
spontaneously
say we at
combusted.
least wait until
God smite
light
him
of day.
down. Wait till day. We don't know if we're safe now.
Yeah.
we're not safe now.
We'll be safer with a shotgun. I still think we could. If the brain thing's down here,
I'm heading
we
up.
go up.
Alright.
Okay.
You have to also
you
know that
head
I
up the
haven't
spiralling
seen
staircase
these
all the way to the
things yet.
watchroom.
Or
You
with
see the
the
trapdoor.
stuff,
Some weird
so-
symbol's been carved into it.
Raised
Smudge that up. Find some tar or something and just
Cover
paste
it
it.
back
Yeah.
up.
You
Alright.
draw a crucifix.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. You can open it to go to the lamp room.
Okay.
Okay. Up here, you see a puddle of ooze. A slip of paper blows away in the wind. That slip that. Yeah.
Trevor
Yeah,
lost.
you're right.
lost clue.
There's a flare gun, a shotgun,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of shells, like kind of some of rolling off the galley. There's probably a good 2 dozen there still here, and a gunny sack. You see no fell creatures up here. Although it looks like the lamp is starting to slow its rotation.
I'll take it on.
Okay. As you finish doing so, you hear coming up the side of the lighthouse.
Is the shotgun loaded?
You will need to reload it.
Do it up.
Okay. The moment you finish reloading, you're gonna have an encounter.
Okay.
What are you? Were you guys holding ground floor? Or?
I was following up with him.
Okay.
I think it's the best plan. Was to
Okay,
get the shotgun.
then you would have made it up. You're up there in the lamp room with him while he's doing this. And in fact, you being up there means you can take some of the stuff if you want to, instead of him grabbing everything. But that's up to you guys.
No, he can take it.
Okay. So you're with him.
Oh wait, is the knife?
Oh yeah, you see the pocket knife.
I'll take the pocket knife.
Okay. I've got the stats for that for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just barely better than like Brawl. Yeah, it's a D4 plus your damage bonus. Your damage bonus is listed here.
Yep.
You have a D4.
Yep.
Yep. And a knife, the base chance is 30. So if you don't have training, that is your chance to hit with it.
I have brawl training. Does that count?
I'll let Brawl give you plus 10 to it, so you can have base 40. Because brawling often involves knives.
Perfect.
Okay. The moment he finishes reloading the shotgun, one of the creatures appears. Thomas, where were you?
I think I retreat to one of the bedrooms.
Okay. Lock the door and go into the bedroom.
I'll lock the
Perfect.
door. I'll carve a symbol on the door.
For the sake of the gameplay, this is the first time I've ever seen.
Yeah,
this
no,
feature.
I'm aware of that. You'll get your sanity test.
Both barrels.
Before you shoot, Thomas did attempt to create an etching on the iron door.
Oh, I was
your-
saying the bedroom door.
Oh, the bedroom
Yeah,
door. Oh,
like those.
that is you can do that. That is wood. So while Thomas is carving, the creature appears. Sanity test.
I am insane.
D4. Yeah, I mean D4 stats. Thank you.
It's just a little brain creep.
You take 4 sanity loss.
No, it's not too much.
Could be worse.
Well, he passed and took 1 sanity, so that's yeah. Okay. It just came over the crest of the gallery.
Okay.
You fire your shotgun.
Both barrels.
Okay. This is point blank, so it'd be double the base chance of 30. So you have.
No, my chance is 50.
Oh, you have a shot. That's right. So that improves it to. It doesn't make it automatic. You have a 90% chance to hit at point blank.
Pretty
God, barely got
yeah,
it.
84.
Okay. That's
enough.
That's 2d6.
That's 6 damage.
Okay.
Thing's dead. We win.
That's right. Jack's here. While you're cowering under a bed with your
Freaking-
satanic symbols.
You said 6 total.
Yeah.
There's gonna need to be a new second made after this.
It squeals when it gets hit by the buckshot. You see a lot of the shot just kind of burying itself into its skin, and a lot of it just falls out. But you see there's some like welling blood coloration by the eye.
Is that special shell still there?
You wouldn't.
It would be impossible to distinguish which one is the special
I mean,
shell.
it was probably crudely put back together.
I mean, if you knew to look for it, you might notice one of them's a little
Maybe
wonky,
we'll
but
get lucky at
in that
some point.
situation, it would be very difficult to like.
Okay.
We'll just
that
have
one,
to
yeah.
like do a luck roll to see whether or not you happen to reload it in.
That thing would
Okay. Studs, what is your dexterity?
Dexterity is 15.
Okay, it's your turn.
Guess I'm gonna stab with that pocket knife.
You're gonna go right up to
Yeah.
it.
Wasn't it close?
Yeah. Oh, it's on the railing along the lamp room, so it's right there.
Is there just one brain?
Wait, is it
One right
on
now.
the railing? How big is it?
It's about like okay. I'd say it's like if it was as tall as the desk, it's like that. So it's larger than like a ball, but
I feel like I have a pretty big strength, and my throwing ability is pretty high. Can I pick it up and throw it?
you could attempt to.
Yeah, that's what I want to attempt to do.
Okay. I'll take a brawl to grapple it.
Okay. 42, that would be a success.
Okay, you get your hands on it.
Your hands fall off.
They turn into ooze. And, yeah. Okay. And now it's opposing strength for you to try and throw it away. So roll D100 again, and it's I have its strength, which is private, so we'll see who wins here.
Probably you.
I rolled a 16.
69.
Okay. It breaks away from you and is now hovering in the air.
It's hovering in the air.
Yeah, so it appears to have flight capability.
Well, that would have been pointless anyways.
Yeah. Okay. It's going to take its turn.
This is why I die.
So first I do this. It is...
The one.
Thank you.
Why is it climbing around if it can just fly? I would fly all
Yeah.
the time.
Wow. Missed by 1 point.
Yes.
Okay. You see... Actually, you don't see anything. You just feel an incredibly icy cold wave pass right above your heads. And you see the lamp of the lighthouse extinguish and a thick layer of ice forms over it. And you hear, like, glass cracking.
Over the flame.
Yeah, the lamp has been extinguished. And there's, like, a huge coating of ice over it.
Yeah.
It is your guys' turn. It's right now. It's just kind of hovering there.
I'm gonna go give it a haymaker.
Okay, go for it.
Nope. My rolls are garbage tier.
I'm gonna take a luck roll.
Whether or not you fall off.
Correct.
That's 51.
Okay, that's a pass.
I don't know why I'm rolling this, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right, you're still up there. And then Suds, it's your turn.
Did someone open up that gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that shoot. I was like, oh, you know what?
I'm chewing.
I have beer left.
Guess I'm going to try to stab with a knife now that throwing it's out of the question.
Okay.
You could hold on to it, and then I could give it the people's elbow.
Still no good.
Okay.
Rolled a 66.
Okay. It remains exactly where it is.
It does its thing again.
Yep. Whoops.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. That's. Depending how this goes, this might not be too bad.
There you go. 73.
Okay. I need a dodge roll from both of you.
I can do that.
That's great.
I rolled a 2.
That's very good.
43 out of 60.
Both of you succeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
You both take 1 damage.
Bullshit.
The ice, you feel the icy blast a bit more directly this time. And you see the crystals forming over your skin. It just seems that it can direct this by turning its focal point towards you. And there's just more ice now forming like on the floor and like structure near to you.
Okay.
It is your turn.
I'm gonna backhand it.
Okay.
This fucking brain piece of shit. 52 out of 55.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
Okay, so this is the D3. So that would be 3
Yeah.
plus
Where's
where's
the
that
D4?
D4?
Yeah, right there.
1. So 4 total.
Okay. It does not budge. Okay. Studs' turn.
Knife stabbing.
Okay.
98.
Whoa.
Alright. A second one is now visible.
My rolls suck.
Yeah. And what are you doing?
He's in the bedroom.
Staying alive.
Yeah.
Bop, 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 bop.
There's just gonna be like 400 of them surrounding the lighthouse.
But if I got those symbols,
They're gonna save you
I
forever.
don't even know exactly.
Starve.
The one by you
Yeah.
that you just
Yeah.
lashes you with a tentacle.
Okay.
It rakes you and just takes some flesh right off your shoulder. 2 damage.
Why don't you shoot? Why aren't you shooting them?
I don't know. You have to take time to reload. It's lame.
Usually takes about a
I
round.
have a
to reload a shotgun.
90% chance of hitting them with that.
You know how fast you can reload these?
You
Okay.
ever see Mission Impossible?
Not even that strong.
I'm stronger than you.
14's pretty good. What's yours?
12. I'm more of a brain.
Okay.
No, Archie was the first.
There's a second brain up here now.
You got a chemistry set.
I know about astronomy, okay?
Good. Maybe you can
I
see
know
some
about-
constellations.
I know
in these
about boat
brains.
handling.
Okay. The second one hits you both directly with that icy cold that you've been feeling. You both take 3 damage.
Oh god.
This is where we
It's
die.
getting rough.
I have a better chance to just punch these in the face than I do stabbing with a
Never
knife.
too late to run.
I'm gonna shove this flare gun in the thing's face and pull the trigger.
Okay. I'll give you base firearms times 3 for that.
Oh, how can that fail? I can't. I got a 4.
Okay.
What's the damage on that shit?
Nope, you pop off.
Oh yeah.
And that's like an impale, I think. That's a 4 you rolled.
Oh yeah, I impaled that.
Okay.
brain.
I'll let you roll 3d6.
God.
Weep.
Damn.
Weep, studs. Jack is here. That's
7.
10.
10 damage.
Oh yeah, 10. Nice.
It's dead. We win.
Off some brain.
Alright. It squeals much more loudly than when you hit it with the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
It begins, looks like it's going to start descending down the tower after that. A little more sporadically, its movements.
You could dive after him.
No.
That'd be heroic.
No.
Okay. Studs, you want to take your action? There's still a fresh one now.
There
Well,
is a
another one.
fresh one.
Yep.
What can I do?
Light a match on its brain.
Alright, with the fresh one, I want to grab the tentacles of the fresh one and throw it at the weak one.
Okay, that would be
That would be baller.
Yeah.
If you rolled well.
highly difficult.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's no more difficult than me trying to stab it with this fucking knife, I feel.
Okay. I'll start with a quarter of your brawl.
Okay,
So what do you have, like a 50?
55,
Okay, I'll round up again and do 15.
15, perfect. Watch
Yep.
this happen.
That needs to be a 0. Oh, but it's on the ground, so reroll.
You can kick that over there.
Yeah, you want to reroll that.
Yep.
It'll be a 0. It was a 90.
Because it's a 7, so not even a 1 would be good enough. You're going to need it to be.
It was a 1. Oh
Okay,
no, it's a
A
7.
little short.
No, very short.
Little,
7.
little short.
77.
Okay. You just can't quite grab it.
It's fine.
Okay.
Still wasn't much more difficult than stabbing it. I would have failed at that too.
everything.
Studs
You're
rolls.
not a man of God.
Can't do much when you're studs.
Okay.
Be nice to have a third person helping us.
I need him to come up.
Bunkering down for the long winter.
That's a miss. Miss. And a hit.
Shooting all his eye beams at him.
Okay, Stud's the one that you attempted to grab.
Yeah.
It just lashes out at you in a frenzy, and you succeed in dodging all of them except the last one, which savagely rakes you across the chest. It's icy cold, probably just killing like a large area of your skin upon contacting it, and you take 5 damage.
That happens.
Yep.
Killing you dead.
No, I have 4 health still.
Okay. I gotta reload that flare gun.
Okay, so that'll be that'll take a round. You could still move if you want to, but are you where you want to be?
I'll get up in its grill.
Okay, just
Threatened it.
okay. Studs.
Just hold it still. I'll blow its brains out.
I'm making a character decision.
Mm-hmm. Whether to leave this pious champion up here, or to keep fighting a hopeless. But I mean, it's not hopeless. They both could be at 1. They both could be at 30 HP. You don't
Well,
know.
definitely not both at 1.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
One possibly is, but not the other.
Not
Alright.
yet.
I'm going to throw the pocket knife at the weak one.
Okay. You will need to reposition yourself on the gallery because that one was descending down.
Yeah.
But you're able to do both in the same round. So
Perfect.
okay. That is a throw. Do you have higher than base throw?
Yes,
Okay.
Got this.
I do.
Yes.
43. I have a 65.
Okay. You can roll double the dagger's damage.
Oh
So that would be
my
2d4 plus your damage bonus.
Oh
1. Studs rolls. 5
my god.
and 8.
Oh,
I no longer have a knife.
good, you didn't like that knife. But it served its purpose.
Maybe. Let's just erase that
I
real
hope you
quick.
get it in the brain.
Okay. You hear it loudly screak, and it descends into the darkness below. You might have killed it. Did it? You might have wounded.
Stop illuminating?
It grew much fainter.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll eat it.
Okay.
Jack is a savage.
Another one of the creatures have appeared.
Oh god.
Endless.
This is where I die.
What did it do to Archie?
Turn him into a bone.
Like just on its first attack?
Yeah.
It has an
Use some
attempt
special ability.
once a day.
It must be.
All the creatures once they have one ability to just
Yeah.
destroy a
Good
man.
hit, too.
Alright. What is your power?
13.
His brain seemed a lot less powerful than that first one that melted Archie.
Well, we'll see. Maybe Jack will get melted. And Studs will get melted.
Okay.
And they'll come
You
for
begin to experience what was likely the very beginning of the sensations that Archie felt.
Okay.
But
I mean, I wouldn't know.
no. I'm saying this as kind of a
Oh,
narrative,
okay,
from a narrative
okay,
perspective.
Yeah.
But the seizing degeneration does not take hold in your body. You just feel a momentary wave of pain, and it passes, and you take no damage.
Purge the heresy.
Yep. And then... Okay. It looks like the other two are going to fly away. Or the two that are there right now are going to fly away right now.
I've got a flare. Ready to go.
You want to take a shot at it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Give me that shotgun too.
You couldn't hit anything with it.
Probably not.
That's an 88.
Okay.
Crazy 88.
Another flare just sails off into the distance. So you fired 2 flares here,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Archie shot like 3 or so.
Maybe
Like, okay, so about we're gonna say there's 8 flare shot left, but they've left the lamp room for now.
We won the day.
Let's get back inside. I need to recover.
Okay. Archie knew all the first aid.
Yeah,
He
I
had
mean,
a 60 in first aid.
If his intelligence wasn't 4, he would have deteriorated through the ages.
Yeah. That was a real bummer that he had a 4 intelligence. I don't think it's even possible in CareGen. Because I thought it was 2d6 plus 6.
I'm ranged from 10 to 15, not even close to 4.
It's probably a 14.
so does anyone?
That would make
But
sense.
I roleplayed it.
What was your character like? Type?
What? Pipe?
Type? Like
He was
skills?
I was assistant lighthouse keeper.
Yep,
Oh, yeah, it could have
and
been
he's a
4
seaman
intelligence.
now.
Could have been a 4.
What time of day is it?
It's about 12:30.
Oh, so it's still night.
This fight still takes several hours.
What do I hear?
Right now, it's grown quiet apart from the constant howling of the wind
Do I
that
hear
kicks.
voices?
I mean,
Well,
we're
that's up
heading-
to you
we're
guys.
heading back. I'm heading back down.
Okay,
Yeah.
you rake up as many shotgun shells off the ground, and
Yeah,
I think you grabbed everything. All right, so they're coming back down. You hear footsteps upstairs because they'll reach the watch room and then eventually descend down to the living quarters.
Right. In the meantime, while the fight was happening,
Yeah.
could I have found anything in the room to like fashion a carving on that I could wear, like as a necklace or something?
Well, I mean, there was that figurine on the table that I guess you could will into a symbol eventually, but you would need a thread of some kind to tie to pass around your neck. So
I have that.
I have a cardigan.
you do have
I
a
have,
cardigan.
I have
Everybody's
so-
got a cardigan. Everyone has cardigan, boots, wool cap.
I
and
didn't get an equipment list.
Oh, let me provide you one.
You got nothing then.
I just came in
Alright.
shirtless.
You've got you've got the life jacket, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Pipe tobacco.
Ooh.
You have a silver crucifix on a chain,
You really are a religious person.
Yep. and
Change.
you have
like an
a
offering.
pocket-sized box of 12 waterproof matches.
Man, I got the worst of the Siemens.
Alright, I'll just go out to greet them.
Okay. What's the lantern situation?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you two both had lanterns.
I would have brought it all the way up to the lighthouse. The actual light.
Yeah.
I, don't
I mean,
think
clearly
would-
neither of you were holding a lantern when you were fighting.
I don't think I would remember to bring it back. Then,
Yeah.
So I just want to get in. But
Okay.
there should be one extra.
Yes,
lamp
Thomas has one,
in the
or
watch room.
Agnes has one, and then there's a spare one sitting in the watch room. So you
There
guys
should
have
be
two.
two of them there. Wasn't there 4 total?
Yep.
lamps? And then we only took 2.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
So
So
there's still
there's
two
two.
more.
Yeah, the only one there's one that's been left upstairs, but yeah,
so
and
I'll
the-
grab
the
one
watch
and
room.
light it.
Okay.
And keep heading
All right.
down to the bedroom.
Well, you guys rendezvous then in the living quarters, knowing that the creatures are likely still out there.
Where were you?
Survived them?
Damn right we did. Think we killed one.
That's remarkable.
barely survived them.
We could have used another good seaman up there.
After what I saw it do to Archie, it melted him like butter.
Then he was weak.
I thought there was no hope. Maybe I did overestimate the brain.
He was just a mere lamplighter, really. We're tough seamen.
That's right.
Yeah.
This
Alright.
hard body.
Alright.
can't do that.
Chest is kind of torn up.
Well, what now?
I don't think they'll bother us again.
We gave him the old what for? Yeah.
guess I'll just hit the hay.
Try to make it. Yeah. All right.
Didn't one of the rooms have a Bible?
Presbyterian hymnal. You can sing
That's
yourself
good
some
enough,
hymns
yeah.
to.
I'll
as
take that room.
Okay, you hear the old seaman's voice singing.
Fill in the
Yeah.
lighthouse.
With. Actually, you're not that old. You are.
28.
Yep, you're 28. Yeah.
I'm still the oldest one.
Rum pum pum pum. Me and my drum.
Are there windows in the bedrooms?
Yes,
I'm gonna move something in front of it. If there's like a dresser.
there's a
like-
wardrobe.
yeah, I'll move that in front of my.
Okay.
window.
Smart.
Symbol on the door. And I guess I'll rest.
Okay. Going to bed. Going to bed. Going to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that Thomas took. You took the room where you found the wood figurine and your woodworking tools.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone sleeping in the room with the books? Otherwise, there's the other two rooms. There's a reliefman's room and then one of the other keeper's room.
I'll do the original room that I first found, which was the south room.
Okay, south room. Okay. You go to sleep. I'll take a luck roll from both of you.
I need
Is it the max? It's your max sanity, right?
Yeah.
35.
43. Yeah. I'm good.
Okay. Studs, you wake up and you see there's a creature in your room. It's one of the beings, and it's like probably just a few inches from your face.
You're done.
Where's the?
I'll roll them all.
Just roll them all, yeah.
That's not
What's
good.
your power, Studs?
Power is 12. I'm dead.
Do you have
Should have
magic
had that
points?
crucifix.
You have what?
Do you have magic points?
I do.
Use them.
I don't know how to.
Okay.
I don't know what they're for.
You guys hear screaming.
Oh.
Manly screaming.
Yep, but it's becoming increasingly more bestial.
Alright, I'll grab the shotty and the flare gun and the crucifix.
Okay.
I'll rush over.
You head to the source of the screaming.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you the benefit that you reloaded both weapons
Oh, yeah.
in the interim.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, unfortunately for Willie, by the time you reach his room, you see one of the creatures directly above him, and he is beginning to stain the sheets as a primordial oozling.
Yeah. Staying sheets.
Well, I mean,
is
he's an ooze, so.
Damn it!
No, we're
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the resurrection.
Okay.
You're not coming back.
He's not gonna be in Tatters of the King.
No, he's in Tatters.
Okay.
So the two of you have happened on the scene. You see one of the creatures has come in through the window.
Let's do the shotty.
Okay.
Is this point blank?
Yes.
What I like to hear. 8.
It was the roll?
Yes.
Okay. I'll give you an extra d6 so you can roll 3d6 damage.
That is 11 damage.
Okay.
They can't keep getting away with this.
Just picking us off.
You see it burst into protoplasmic blood and flecks of light, and it explodes.
Nice.
Both of you can roll a d3.
That is a 2.
Can I roll a d6 and
Yep.
half it
Yep.
or something?
You third.
That's a 3.
Alright.
You can both restore that much sanity.
Oh, restore it.
Nice.
Yep.
Puts me.
Well, he instantly avenged you.
kill this?
He rolled
Wasn't
11
very
damage
hard.
with his shotgun, so
Was it the weak one?
you don't know.
I feel like we did more than 11 damage to.
Add one. Yeah.
Damn these things.
You hear more shrieking out from out the outside.
We need to cover the windows.
With what?
Furniture, anything we can find.
I can do that.
Each of the bedrooms has a wardrobe. That would be the most readily available object.
Let's try that.
Do the two of you work together?
Yeah.
Okay. If you do that, it doesn't require a test to move the wardrobe, so you're able to get those in position.
Now, is this floor secure? Like, can we...
There are 4 windows on this floor, 1 in each room, and all 4 of them have a wardrobe in front of it.
And how do the stairs work? Or is it like a...
It's a spiral iron staircase that runs the center of the tower all the way from the ground floor to the lamp room.
Is that just an opening? Are there doors or anything like that? Or...
There's no doors to reach the stairwell.
So if you're,
It's
if you're outside the bedroom, it's just all
Well,
open?
your bedroom has... Those are the only 4 doors inside of the lighthouse itself, is the doors to the bedroom.
What about other windows?
There are windows on other
They
floors.
could get in
We
other...
gotta get to them.
Alright.
Bunker down.
Okay, which direction would you like to go?
Well, let's stick together. So, whatever you decide. I'll reload the shotty though.
Okay. You have 10 shells left after reloading these. There would have been more, but some of them clearly flew off the lamp room when Archie met his demise.
And one of those might have been the special one.
Yes.
But I'll never know.
I'm trying to think of all the openings in this place.
Well, you've been in this lighthouse for some time, so I can tell you.
Okay.
There's no windows on the first floor. The second floor has 4 windows. The room that you're on, or the floor that you're on, also has 4 windows, all of which have a wardrobe in front of them. The watch room also has 4 windows.
My God.
So there's
Who's
8.
putting all these windows in this lighthouse?
There's 8 windows under the count of 4. They're kind of like little ports you can see on the picture here. So, like slits.
Is it easier? We'll do everything cover them with anyway.
I don't think there's any more
We
wardrobes.
don't have tools.
No.
I woodwork. Oh. What's the size of these woodworking tools from the pouch?
They're just like little,
Little
like
card.
yeah.
It's like an axe, right? No, is it easier to block off the staircase on the bedroom floor? Put something in front of that?
What, like a table?
Yeah.
There was a table.
There are tables in each room.
If we can just block off part of the lighthouse,
Yeah.
that'll
Okay.
keep us safe for now.
Let's use some tables.
So you want to barricade the stairs leading down with tables
And up?
Yeah.
and up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the whole opening.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
on this
No, I get you. Okay. I will take a survival or an art skill.
Survival aid. What's better than art on drink?
Yep.
I have art astronomy. I don't know how that applies.
Right.
I think we're both just rolling base survival.
I wish you luck.
Both good try.
I failed. But in you, we will succeed.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
We did
Well-
not survive.
I don't know what the fuck we're
You
doing.
you stack the tables.
Nice.
It looks convincing to you, but there's certain you can't find a way to fashion them so that they rest on the stairs and create a perfect airtight thing. But it looks like it would cause difficulty to move through.
I have a feeling these creatures appear at night. based on nothing but suspicion.
I mean, we've only been here at night.
We arrived during the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe they were just somewhere else.
I mean, I'm sure they existed somewhere during that time, but
I mean, was anybody making any noise that drew him here?
yeah. Archie was rigging up a storm,
That could have done it.
and he was lighting the light. I think are they drawn to the light? Maybe they're drawn to light because like the lighthouse.
Okay, well, are there any lights on?
You have your lanterns, which
I
I'm sure
say-
you extinguished when you went to bed.
I'm sure I think we should go into our rooms.
Yeah. Are separate rooms?
It's up to you.
You guys can cuddle at night.
Yeah.
I still believe in the symbols based on pure superstition.
I don't know if it's pure
I'm gonna
superstition.
put that on my door.
Okay.
I
I'll-
recommend you do the same.
I won't, but I'll move a cot into your room.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Grading it along the floor. Okay. You got 2 people in the room.
All right, we'll close
It's
the door.
you guys plus all your equipment in there.
I'm
Close
just
the door.
chilling as a stand.
He's a ooze puddle on his bed.
Sleep with my shot.
But I'm not dead. I'm just an ooze puddle.
Is he just a simple organism?
The simplest of organisms.
Simplest.
Yep.
Right.
Just change me back.
Yeah.
Stain on the sheets.
Maybe if you kill him, I'll come back.
Maybe.
Oh wait, you
It's
already killed him.
We killed one of them.
Exploded.
Yeah.
Kill all of them, and I'll be back.
I say we just wait this out.
Alright.
You guys gonna go to sleep?
Yep.
Okay. Jack goes to sleep.
What could possibly go wrong?
No. Should we take shifts?
I already fell asleep.
I'll take first shift
How long do you intend to stay awake?
as long as I can.
Okay. It's a long, torturous vigil that you do. As the night goes on, it's difficult to discern what is movement on the outside of the lighthouse and what is just the wind blowing. It's chilly in there. Your eyes become very heavy. But seeing what you've witnessed, the melting of your friends, this thought alone can sustain you to stay awake. And at times you feel a presence nearby, but the room is never invaded. And you have the pocket watch, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So I can see when it's morning.
Okay. Your pocket watch stopped some time ago, but
Stop.
it stopped at 4:30 in the a.m. What would be?
The witching hour.
I mean, is that normal? Is this like a wind-up watch?
All pocket watches are wind up in this day and
So,
age.
do I
So
think
you need
that's
to wind it
typical?
regularly.
Do I think it's typical that it stopped, or was it like?
You probably neglected to wind it given the trauma of the past 9 hours that you've been on the island. So
So I'm like watching it and then it stops, or like
yeah, it's difficult to
I just-
determine what time it is outside because you're in a closed room with a big wardrobe in front of the window.
I'll wait a little while longer,
Okay.
and then I'll peek.
Okay. It is. So what does peak mean?
I'll like shift the wardrobe
Okay.
back a little bit.
You see, the sun probably rose about an hour ago.
Alright. I'll wake up.
Okay.
Jack.
Huh?
It's light out. Morning has come.
Another beautiful day on God's green earth. What time is the ship coming?
Hopefully today.
If not, we'll have to swim for it.
Maybe we should have those flares. I don't know if they're gonna help. Damn it. There's no radio communication.
No,
All we have are.
there's no wireless station.
I mean, we need to try to get that ship back here. What was like original conditions? Were they planning on coming back?
Yeah, it makes trips. It can be anywhere from 1 to probably 4 days, depending on conditions and the different stops it needs to make.
We could create a massive smoke signal.
By
That's a
burning the
good
whole
idea.
lighthouse down.
No, not the lighthouse. Maybe there's some trees on the island.
It's worth a try.
Okay.
Is there food in the kitchen?
There's still food left in the
Alright,
kitchen.
so we can still eat for now.
I could
Yeah.
feed you.
You'll have to eat the primordial ooze.
Oh yeah.
Not yet. Well, eat Archie first, jeez.
The canary will make a fine breakfast. For one.
Oh god.
Not even for one. Canary's like the size of an egg.
Smush
And it was-
canary.
It was like a starving canary. He was like all bone.
Still don't know why I didn't just feed him.
We didn't have that luxury.
Yes, you know.
Watched him fall to the ground and then stepped up.
What a horrific thing I witnessed.
Yeah.
Scarier than anything in any
Seems so
Lovecraft
out of
book.
character.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that
I just thought it was the most ridiculous thing. And like normally I say no, I'm just kidding. But I was like, you
I
know
think
what?
both of you have
Just let it
tobacco,
ride.
don't you?
Yep.
Yep.
We chew on
It
that.
is. Well, it's your. You probably are wanting a smoke.
I mean, it said
pretty
I
soon.
pipe tobacco. You didn't say a pipe though.
Oh, I was listing like pipe tobacco. I did it quickly, so you
Oh,
have
it's
a
pipe
pipe and
and
yeah,
tobacco.
right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We're the two
Morning
pipe-
smoke.
Two pipe men on the
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah.
Spitting the leaves or whatever.
Yep.
This
I
makes
think
shit rolling.
you grabbed the gunny sack. I think,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You notice there probably is some in there
Oh
too. you
yeah,
can
I would
smell.
definitely open that.
Oh, you
I don't
finally
give a
look,
shit.
finally looking at shit. What,
Yeah,
what,
let's
what are they
open
gonna
that.
deliver?
Too bad that note flew off in the distance.
It's gonna be like a wireless walkie-talkie.
Key clue for long-term
Satellite
survival is
Yeah, that probably had something important on it.
MREs and.
Okay. There's provisions.
Yeah.
There's several tins of Astley's number 109 medium flake pipe tobacco, a tin
Sounds
of
good.
Walker's Highland oat cakes,
Oh.
bottle of Macallan 10 years old single malt whiskey, a bundle of letters addressed to the keepers held together with a rubber band,
Throw it in the fire.
and that's all that's in the gunnery sack.
I'm gonna start reading those letters.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a drink.
Thomas, I'm sending you some materials.
Some reading material.
Yep. On Signal.
Sure.
Single malt and oat cakes.
Alright, we'll
Breakfast
fed
of
up- we're fed
champions.
until the ship arrives.
There you go. That's one of the letters, and you're gonna get one of the other letters too.
But not all the letters.
Well, some of them are mundane and not worth reporting. Okay, there you go. Those are two of the letters while Jack is making breakfast and smoking.
Smoking, drinking, and eating oat cakes. Great day.
Thomas, do you wish to share those letters with your
Oh,
companion? Okay, then I will send those to the group chat as well. Although the contents of the other letter will forever be only known to Archie.
Who was writing these?
It's addressed at the top.
That's where it came from. Oh, and this was the guy on the ship. I mean, the lighthouse.
You
Dr.
recognize
Neal.
it's
Oh, Dr.
addressed
Neal,
to.
is this the
Yes,
poet?
it's addressed to one of the lighthouse keepers.
This is
Yes,
the poet.
it is the poet.
I get to read it now
You do.
too.
From the primordial void,
Yep.
and spread your mind.
It's addressed to.
Ominous. Mysterious.
It's a tome.
Mythos tome.
Yeah. But we wouldn't know that. We're
Nope.
just seamen.
I mean, you would actually know, for Latin, you'd know that it means like something mysterious. Need to look
The
up what
vermis.
vermis means.
Yeah.
This is all Archie's fault that I died.
No.
You had all this information.
I didn't have any information.
How
Well,
had
you
this-
carried the knapsack. It's like the mysterious worm.
But it wasn't ours. It was for the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't our property.
Right. Okay, so yep, there's all the nice provisions, so you'll be able to substantially boost your breakfast with whiskey, tobacco, and oatcakes, and then you have these letters as well.
That's how we're spending the morning.
Yep.
And then just more saying the symbols are good.
Symbols are good.
Book of Aya, I don't know anything about time pellets.
Yeah. I don't know anything about pellets.
I do.
What say you about
Did
pellets?
Archie? We found them like on the ground.
Uh-huh.
By the fireplace.
Did Archie take literally all of them?
No, he took like 3 of them.
Okay, so there's still some down there.
There was about maybe a dozen or so.
Use of the time pellets. He of the Grey Gulf. Call upon him through the use of the time pellets. How do you use a time pellet?
How does one use anything?
Magic.
Use your magic points.
Yeah. Yeah. It says first have the symbols. But I don't know how we protect ourselves with these.
This is all just witchcraft.
Yes. Which I would say is nonsense if
I
we
hadn't
hadn't
witnessed.
witnessed
Yeah.
things we did.
You ran and hid in the corner. I exploded one with a shotgun. No witchcraft. Shotgun.
Oh, you guys both restore 1 HP.
Oh, nice.
So what do you
resting.
make of what it did to our friend?
Archie and
Yeah.
Willie both succumbed.
You don't
Oh,
think
I
there's anything supernatural about that?
I can't explain it, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to use witchcraft to fight it. When clearly the shotgun works. It works.
They'll keep coming.
Let them come. I've got shells. I thought we were making a smoke signal.
Yeah, that's still a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, how do you propose to do that?
Do they have an axe anywhere?
You saw no hatchet anywhere in the building.
So you just have like whittling tools?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got
Well, what kind of trees are on this island?
Gosh.
I know we can rip out with our bare hands.
Well, we
That's
can
pretty
just take
awesome.
like branches and pine needles and I don't know.
Strip cones all day.
Yeah.
Gloomy, windswept place, atrocious weather, owned by the government.
I don't need to know that it's owned by
Terrain.
the government.
Terrain is heather, rocks, peaty bogland, and bracken. Rough scrub.
Does,
Peat.
Does peat
Peat.
burn?
Yeah, peat burned. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Let's get as much peat as we can handle.
Yeah.
Put it in a huge mound and just burn it.
Alright.
That's gotta cause some ruckus.
Okay, you're gonna gather peat. Where are you gonna pile the peat?
I don't know. Is there like a hilltop or anything?
There's a high point to the island.
Perfect.
There are standing stones at the high point.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
What is the standing stone?
I don't. There's
It
stones
is
that
the-
stand up.
Like Stonehenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to that. That is in the northwestern corner of the island. You're gonna start carrying peat out there.
Yep. That's our day.
Okay.
Fallen peat.
Drink whiskey, smoke our pipes, haul
Oh,
peat.
peat.
Okay.
Average day in Scotland, I think.
All peat. Drink scotch.
I will mention about the standing stones while you're there, because that's where you're making your peat pile. actually talk about the standing stones. Okay, 4 standing stones arranged in a linear set are as Neolithic evidence near the island's highest point. Nearby the 4 standing stones, there's a fallen stone that has a hole pierced through the center.
That's weird.
Why is that weird?
Hole.
What about that is weird?
Pierced right through the stone.
What could have done that?
A man?
I don't see any.
No, you've seen no other men here.
Alright. Yeah, let's burn this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, what implement are you going to use to light the peat?
I got waterproof
I got
matches.
Yep, me too.
Look, we got matches for days.
Okay.
How do
it's-
we make it last? Pete's gonna burn like that.
You need more peat.
So while it's burning, you'll go on peat
Yeah.
trips to.
Constant peat
I
trip.
don't want this to be literally till sundown. I want to have a little bit of time before sundown to
Yeah.
prepare.
Okay.
Okay. You guys gather as much peat as can be found. Takes about 8 matches to get the fire consistently going because it's windy, misty. But if you both subtract 4 matches, I'm sure you'll have plenty. And you manage a good peat fire.
Nice. Nothing like a good peat
Yep.
fire.
The smoke rises high up. And yeah, surely if there are any vessels within several miles, they will see the smoke.
Alright. Now we just rinse and repeat every day.
Now, if we have some time,
Yeah.
can we block off some more windows or something a little more securely?
I suppose. There's always more furniture.
Yeah, maybe we can chop something up, just board it like, but we need like nails and stuff.
We don't have anything.
No, we have literally no tools. We didn't find any tools in the lighthouse. No, surprised we
Maybe
got
there's
them.
some tools in those old creepy ruins.
Want to go to the ruins?
No. I have an idea. I want to go look.
It's Dungeon Crawl
Doctor's
Classics all over
library.
again.
You can go back to the library.
Yeah, because the note mentioned a book of Iod, so I want to look through the library specifically.
See if
for
there's a
that
book of Iod in there. Okay. With your express search, you find no book of Iod.
Okay.
Get fucked.
I'll have no ideas then. Well, I will gather up those pellets.
Okay. You find 9 of them.
Maybe you just burn them.
The peppercorn, so.
Could be.
Try burning one.
Why not?
Why not?
I have one. I will. Where are we?
You're back in the lighthouse.
Let's bring
That's
the
where you
pellets
found
outside.
that's where the
Okay,
pellets
I'll
are.
take the pellets. Bring them outside.
Okay.
What's the ground like?
Mostly barren. I'll give you the information that centuries of overgrazing by shepherds robbed the land of much of its fertility.
Alright. So I want to carve a pentagram into the ground.
Into the soil.
Fucking witchcraft.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand inside of it.
Okay.
And I'll burn it like outside of it. Honestly. Light
Okay.
an action. See that?
Roll half of your con. Or no, sorry, con times 2, not half. So you want to roll under that number.
Nope.
Now you fucked up.
99.
Now you fucked up.
Okay. It gives off very pungent fume. It's a mixture of aromatic but also repulsive. It's hard to describe. Like you're drawn to it, but at the same time your eyes are beginning to water and you feel like you need to get away from it.
Alright. I'll flee.
Okay, you leave the pentagram, move a distance away. You get lightheaded for a spell, but then feel normal again.
Is it still burning?
Oh, I mean, it burned very
It just
quickly. It's
burned
just
up.
this little yeah.
That didn't work.
Okay. That's all the
I
idea
don't know.
I had.
I don't know how you're supposed to use something like this.
Try eating it.
It's witchcraft. cast a spell over it.
Use magic points.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can I do with those?
Magic.
Out of character.
Okay, out of
What do they
character. Magic points are useless to you unless you have a spell.
I know
are,
that, but
spells are usually quite difficult to obtain, but often hidden in various spots in Call of Cthulhu. Magic points are also based on your initial power and is what I use in the resistance table sometimes when spells are cast against you.
I guess we just go up boarding stuff up.
yeah, just spend the night.
Yeah.
The ship will come eventually.
Yeah, we just need to make it through some nights. We'll board stuff up.
It'll be good.
That's it.
We got whiskey.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
had
we got
whiskey on
oat
me
cakes.
too.
So, are we to assume you guys will continue this pattern now
Yeah.
I think so.
until the Helios can return?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 more nights pass.
Nice.
So this is now the 3rd night that you are here. You taking the watch system again?
Yeah, we should do like
Okay.
a rotation.
Yeah.
Okay. At 3:33 that 3rd night, you hear movement again outside of the lighthouse and thumping against your wardrobe that's blocking your window.
Are we in the same room?
Yes.
Damn this thing. They're back.
They can't get in.
Covers him on the wardrobe.
Okay. As you're carving, the wardrobe flies into you
They
with
can't get in.
flies into you with incredible force. You take 1 damage.
It's not
Sokka.
too bad.
No,
No.
it flies into a corner of the room, splintering into different shards,
No.
and 2 of the creatures crawl through the breach.
Shit.
Yeah, I know you're ready.
I still don't have any weapons.
Oh, you would have been able to recover 1 more HP
Oh, nice.
from that previous night.
Well, I could have given you the flare gun.
Flashback.
Yeah.
I have a flare gun.
A weapon. Charge. Okay. Take your shot. There's 2 creatures here.
Double barrel on 1.
Okay.
78.
That's
That's a hit.
Yep.
He's dead.
5 damage. He's not dead.
Nothing idea.
Really?
I'm
Because
gonna
your
throw-
little carvings did nothing.
Well, I didn't carve the wardrobe.
That was dumb.
I know. But I'm going to throw a time pellet.
Time pellet at it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a throw.
Should have my ability. I can throw things.
You were a good thrower.
Just tried to throw the wrong
And
things.
I'm not gonna. No, I miss.
Okay. What if it was half as difficult? Would you have hit?
No.
No.
Okay. You actually throw it out the window behind it. It goes sailing into the wind. Okay. It's one of their turns.
Oh my god.
You're all in done.
Thomas, I'm going to need to know your power.
14.
Thank you. Nothing happens to you, though you feel a brief shockwave of pain. And the burly fighter.
Yeah.
You get lashed by a tentacle. You take 2 damage.
Let them come.
They're still both in the room with you.
I think we retreat.
It is your guys' turn.
I reload.
Okay. He's reloaded his weapon.
Did he hit one?
He
Yeah,
did.
I hit one.
Guess I'll shoot the flare gun.
Okay, at the same target or at the other one?
Same one.
You can fire your handgun times 2.
Miss.
Okay. The flare lands in the corner of the room. It's very bright in here now.
Now we're on fire.
You both take 6 cold damage.
Oh god.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Can't beat him in a straight fight.
The flare extinguishes, and then tentacles at Mang.
I'm done for.
You're gonna take 2 hits from it.
Yeah, I'm dead.
5 and then 9
I'm
damage.
obliterated.
Okay. You see Jack get lashed into pieces.
Alright. Now I can treat without shame.
Okay. Yeah. You held your ground while he lived.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna retreat.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out the door. I'm gonna close the door, and the door has the symbol on it.
It does.
So this is a good test.
Yes, it's all. Your faith is rooted in this. You're gonna take roll half sanity for seeing your friend get
I mean,
carved up.
you've never proven that these symbols do
Exactly.
Oh,
So this is what
right.
I'm gonna see if it busts through that door,
Yeah.
and I just accept my fate.
Okay.
Is that above half of your
Yeah, it
sanity?
is.
Okay. You take 4 sanity loss.
It's not too bad. I have so much left.
Okay.
You won't live.
So
much longer.
you flee the room, close the door behind you, and are like gonna be like, okay. Or are you gonna try and run somewhere else in the lighthouse too?
What's the shape of this room? Or the
So
hallways?
in the living quarters, it's 4 doors, and then there's a central kind of like lobby area which joins the stairwell. So that'll take you up or down from this.
So
like-
the lobby area is like decent size. There's like an open area.
It's a bit cramped. I mean, it's really just an area that leads to all the 4 doors of the bedrooms.
Think of like a tight hallway.
Like, could I do this?
Like at any given point, you could touch the stair, like the edge of the stairwell, and then the wall that coils around in the doors there. Like that's how small it is. So yeah, it's only about a 5-foot span.
No, here's an idea. I'm gonna go to a different bedroom.
Okay.
All of them have wardrobes blocked.
The windows,
So
yes.
I'm gonna go into one of the bedrooms. And I'm gonna start carving symbols on the wardrobe in there,
Okay.
and also on the door behind me. In the meantime,
You starting?
that's what I'm gonna try.
You're
to
gonna
do.
start with the wardrobe, then
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're carving into the wardrobe, you hear like wood shattering behind you, like, and you see 3 of them now, and they all just close in on you. Tentacles flail. There's like no room for you to maneuver, and they lash you to death.
Do I have time for one last action?
Sure.
Carve a
Can I
symbol in
scatter?
your forehead.
Scatter
The time pellets.
Time pellets.
Okay. You take the whole bundle of them,
Yep.
and are yours.
Yep.
Okay, you do this, and you see them just just and then you're defeated. All right.
We won.
Should
The
have
party-
carved a symbol in your forehead.
All right. So that was a taste of Call of Cthulhu right there.
So the symbols clearly don't work.
So that was Ghostlight. That was a small adventure. The whole
What did the
thing.
note say that you kept to a secret?
It wasn't really all that important.
No.
The 2 that you guys found were much more important than that 3rd one. But yeah, the whole adventure takes place on the island here, and then for reference, the island's like just this tiny speck at the very north of Scotland.
Should've gone into the ruins.
Yep. So like here's like
That's where they live.
this is all real place. Like you could go to John O'Groats at the northern tip, and then they have the little lighthouse island way at the tip here. So yeah, very isolated. Dr. Fordyce screwed up when he was making his time pellets. He did so without making the Kabbalistic rituals of protection, the symbols, and so by doing that, he summoned those beings to this realm. He attempted to destroy his copy page of the Der Verminus Mysterious by throwing it in the fireplace, along with all the time pellets. But as he was doing this, he was attacked by the creatures, and all 3 of the lighthouse men perished from these creatures. At the ruins, you would have found an ooze puddle of one of the keepers.
So actually, if we had destroyed all the pellets,
You would have had no chance of ever defeating these creatures if you destroyed the pellets. The pellets need to be ingested.
we were so close to doing that.
I
in
said
action.
eat. I said
Yeah,
eat.
yes, you did. With the symbols of protection around you while you're in the dream state from the pellets. So this could be done through a number of different ways. I think if you would have had like a wood carving like resting on your chest or something with the symbols, I would have accepted that. They suggest using the chalk from the lamp room that was used to record the slate and drawing that around you while you sleep. But
so like when I burned it, I made the symbol. I stood in it. If I would have eaten it there,
yes, I would have given you credit as that protecting you.
that was actually half a thought. that I
Because
had.
basically, anytime you ingest a pellet without the symbols of protection, you summon 1d3 more of the creatures immediately to your position.
I mean,
If you do go to the dream state with the symbols of protection, you can have an encounter with an outer god who will give you a spell to banish them.
An outer god?
Or, let me tell you his name. It was... maybe not an outer god. Let's see.
There aren't many.
Vorvados. I don't know what category he is, but... you'd sacrifice a power to gain the spell, and then it takes 3 rounds to cast the spell, sanity points. You still need to you still need to use magic points and pass it, but you can get assistance, and if you successfully cast a spell, all of these creatures are gone, and you've cleared the session. They can be killed. You did kill one. From the 2 character deaths, another one was brought into the world, so there were 4 total that were running around. And they had like 18 HP and 4 armor. So to do any damage, you need to do more than 4 armor or 4 damage to them at any given point in time. So they had 3 attacks: the de-evolutionary ray, the cold blast, which could do area of effect as you guys got hit, and then tentacles, which is 3 attacks at low frequency. But that is Ghostlight. It's very cryptic as far as how you solve it. I mean, if you never look in the gunny sack, you have almost no chance of success. So
even with we looked in there. I'm trying to think like it even
Mentioned
did
eating
it
them.
use that. It didn't say.
it never said that's how you right.
Yeah.
I think they try to describe them as like food to maybe give the suggestion that they need to be eaten.
Why?
Because like if you eat once and then find like I got to read this nice cool paragraph if you eat it, like of all these visions you have, but you probably summon one, but then you realize
many adventures in which eating random pellets you find on the ground is not a good idea.
Right.
I know.
And actually, if we had eaten it very first thing, actually, it would have just summoned him. and
yes,
set off
it
our
would have brought
demise.
more.
Yeah, but you would have.
Knowing
That they're magical, yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't too much else on the island itself.
There was nothing to be found in the ruins except for
The ruins. So you'd find the ooze pile. You could do an archaeology roll to determine the age of the ruins, which was a monastery, like a hermit's house, like from the Middle Ages. You'd find the puddle of ooze, and the remnants of an old nautical chart.
That ship was never coming back.
What's the ship
I was
down there?
it was gonna come back that day if you guys survived that last night.
They could have just washed our hands this whole.
I know. I was
Situation.
hoping.
You could attempt to swim. It would take Herculean rolls in the sea to make it there, but otherwise you'd just drown at sea. Like they have things where like if you linger too long, like in the landings, like a wave could just come and take you. Like it's very, very dangerous.
Jack had 50 swim.
Yeah.
Everyone had really good swim.
Right.
I had 75.
Oh my god, Archie had 80.
I had 90 swim.
Dude, you could have made it.
Yeah, you might have been able to swim away. Yep.
Why didn't I see that when you asked that? I thought sin was a protection against them. I didn't.
Thought wrong.
Yeah.
So I mean, with the main campaign, you will be creating a character, so they won't all be similar seamen, and it's unlikely. Yeah, right. Nice phrase. And it's unlikely that you'll face that kind of danger immediately at the start of the campaign, but there are a lot of lessons from this that are always true in Cthulhu, where if you're just having like a straight up fight with like an eldritch creature, that's almost never a winning situation.
Yeah, I mean,
Why don't you say that to Jack Patterson's face?
I mean, he did fight bravely, and I mean, if I low rolled long enough, he
Yeah,
potentially could
could
have
have done
killed
it.
them all with brute force, but it's unlikely.
Kind of figured that much. Or just
Okay.
But you guys, I mean, you were very close.
Yeah.
Pop that pill in your mouth when you're in the Pentagon,
Yeah,
and
this
you
is
would have
so
been.
close. Would have never thought.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I guess. Oh no, it was kind of close, but it's like it's really specific.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing with a lot of these is so much is just in the past, usually at the start of each session, where it's like why things have gotten so messed up at this point, and it's like, you know, you're going to be given a lot of information that isn't necessarily useful, but it's like just finding like just these little things where, you know, they're not all quite so skewed that way, but I was like, okay, this one, they'll get some combat for sure. They'll get to like find like mythos creatures, and there's a small chance that they could survive, but it's Cthulhu is definitely a challenging scenario. So
Okay.
so that was, and now there are more ghosts on Hall's Way Island. There was like this whole thing about the White Lady of the island, where like if you really want to know your folklore, like
No,
it's
that
like
was
if people.
that was a trick of the light.
It was a trick of the light. There is no ghost.